Okay. Okay. Are we live? I said, are we live? Looks like we are on both platforms. VigilanteWilliamson here with another episode. Me playing games and talking crap. I see Fireball already here. Tom Jensen confirming we are live. Yes, indeed. And of course, Wes from Whatever Cast. The real Whatever Cast. The one without hoes. Even though, I'm not sure about Wes's personal life. Not judging either, but not sure. Appreciate, the one follower on Kick. Shout out to you. So every now and again, there's a second person. There's all these. Everyone wants. We want an alternative. I'm running with Kick. It seems like a more mainstream alternative. A lot of normal people are messing with Kick because a lot of creators are moving from Twitch to Kick. So hopefully this long term works out. We're going to play a little more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to start off with classic Tekken 7. I meant to make a Tekken 8 video now that there's a release date. Maybe I still might. I still have issues with it. We'll start off with it, but just start with a little bit of Tekken, then we'll get into what's called No Holes in the Show with a BJ on streams on the bucket list. See? So you're halfway there. I'm convinced that whatever and Fresh and Fit, Fresh and Fit just got demonetized. I'm convinced a lot of these podcasts, these quote unquote dating casts, have deals with OnlyFans. I am convinced. I've said that many a time, but I'm gonna keep saying it because it needs to be said. I genuinely think those casts are just fronts for OnlyFans. We already went through the Andrew Tate fiasco. And it turns out this guy's just, speaking of OnlyFans, he keeps, they're mad about some girls on TikTok. That's a cap. That's cap. This guy's been using OnlyFans, Chatterbait, all this sort of stuff. Pimping girl by his own admission. He admitted it. I mean, if you don't believe me, you don't want to look through the hours of coverage of us going through it. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. He seems to be the only one with any mainstream cachet actually asking questions about it. Because he actually had the Common Sense Skeptic, was one of the guys whose videos I was using for my streams. But even if you don't want to look into all that, I got a video that was maybe 15 minutes, maybe less. I can't remember how long it was. But it was taken originally from a clip of the end of the stream, or the end of the last stream, and then I just edited it in, his admission. So if you don't know about Andrew Tate and how this guy really is, check on the channel. What is the video called now that I'm talking about it? Oh, man. Cannot. Let's see. I'm trying to hurry up and go on this before stream. Let's see. It's called, Proof Andrew Tate's a Scumbag. So on my channels, on this channel, the thumbnail has Andrew and Tristan in some really suspect clothes saying, "Is this your king?" Oh, boy. All right, made it in time. Damn it. So check that out if you haven't. Some people know, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people, and some of it's the boy who cried wolf from the left. A lot of people just don't take any censorship seriously because of how the left just kind of went so crazy with the censorship stuff. And so people assume Andrew Tate is a victim of being controversial. That's why he has charges. I think that's the assumption. But when you look into it, oh, damn it. He has a very legit reason for being charged with the human trafficking stuff. And so check out my video. Check out Common Sense Skeptic. There's other creators. Even Abbott and Preach have made some content regarding Andrew Tate. We're not going to go in that. That took a week of my life that I'm never going to get back. So I'm not going to go too much into that. But I did see Jason Whitlock. And that was actually a couple weeks ago when he did. But at least somebody is doing some sort of content on this guy. And so, doing holding his feet to the fire because Tucker and Candace didn't do it. That was my real impetus. It's just everybody wants to guide up all these conservative, quote unquote journalists, but here's them being just as biased as a leftist journalist. You know what I'm saying? Being just as biased as somebody quote unquote on their side. All of a sudden, this literal pimp is the voice of conservatism, the voice of masculinity, which they kind of guided him as, and they didn't do their research. He's admitting most of this. You don't have to. There is some transcript stuff. Maybe you don't believe the Ukrainian, Romanian government on all their transcripts. That's your business. Lord knows I'm often not trusting a government, so I can't fault you on that. But the stuff that he's admitting and he's saying with his own mouth is damning enough. So yeah, check that out if you haven't. If you haven't, yeah, we'll get into TMNT in a little bit. Just I don't play as much Tekken off stream as I would like, and sometimes I just got to get some matches in. And 8 is coming out. I will end up getting it. Rather, I still have issues, but it's like that's what it is when you're a fan of a franchise. You end up fucking shelling out. Got him. Okay. Damn it. Nice. Damn it. That might be it. Oh, he fucked up. Damn it. He got me that time. Damn it. Damn it. Just hitting the wrong buttons at the wrong time. And I'm cornered. Oh, nice side step. That was a perfect side step. Got him. That was close. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, this is not looking good. Damn it. Damn it. I should have done better that round. I did not. Oh, the angles fucked me up on that one. Oh, fuck! He won on that. Fuck! Sometimes you hit the button, or it could have been a connection or whatever. You hit the button half a second too slow, or you just don't get the benefit of the doubt. You don't get the call. That's it. We both hit the button at the same time. His attack landed. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes with these hoes. I fucked up. Should have been just a hair more patient. Hair more patient. As far as topics, what do we talk about? Oh shit. I want some. That's too flowcharty. I was watching some. What I watch on YouTube is often a topic, right? Damn it. Got him. Damn it. Didn't matter. I was watching some of those Reddit things. I don't know if you guys remember when I relaunched the channel. I fucked up. Dropped a simple combo. Oh, you did too? Damn it. But yeah, when I relaunched the channel, I did a stream. It didn't really work out. But, trying different things. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, it worked. Oh, shit. I didn't get all of the combo. Oh, still pretty good damage. Damn it. Should have thought he was going to go low. Anyways, I did these little these shorts on YouTube where they take stories from Reddit. It'd be a good idea for a channel, honestly. If you're just like, hey, let me make an automated type channel. Have an AI voice read a Reddit story. Different stories, relationships, life stuff, job stuff, all sorts of stuff. A few relationship stories that I thought were intriguing to kind of chew over. Where there's, we as much as I talk about relationships, relationship podcasts and dating podcasts, how shitty they become. As shitty as me playing, good Lord, I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me. I thought it was interesting. This one where they were, I don't believe they were married. And I remember I smoked weed and drunk since then. But I don't believe they were married. But the girl was pregnant, and the guy asked for a paternity test. Basically, if I remember correctly, it was kind of off the strength of the Red Pill podcast a little bit. It was like, but to say, and that basically broke them up. She broke up with him when he asked for a paternity test. The kid was his, but she broke up with him on the strength of him asking for a paternity test. And so the reason I guess I'm like, I'm gonna earmark it to talk about it because it's not a black and white situation, right? It's a shade of gray thing. You can, if you're a man at least, you can definitely understand in this climate why he would ask for a paternity test. Right? But, you can also kind of respect the idea of not feeling trusted and why somebody might be so offended they want to leave. You can understand that. And I was just thinking of all the outcomes, all the different things. I think, there was a couple other stories. Maybe I'll get into it, maybe I won't. It depends how interested the chat is. Not the most active chat. Oops, almost fucked up. Got him. Okay. Ain't got the most active chat. Papa Cotton, since you did, I was kind of saying, all right, the crew is here when they're here. So since we don't have neither one of them, we're almost crewless. Oh, jeez. But no, nope. There you go. Back to the little Reddit story. Part of me wonders if she should have, not to be a chauvinist male, whatever. Part of me wonders if she, I don't want to say overreacted, but like, I got him. Nope. Shit. Again, just gotta luck of the draw with that. Part of me wonders, like, hey, you might find, now that you've made yourself a single mother, you might find it a lot harder to find somebody as a single mother. You might not. A lot of it just depends on, not to be so carnal, but it does depend on kind of how attractive you are, rather than not a guy's going to put up with it. And I don't think, honestly, I don't recommend, if you have kids, that's one thing, but if you do not have kids, I don't recommend single mothers, even though I'm not telling you what to do. You're a grown ass man, presumably. So I would say, do what you think is best at the same time. Got him. You gotta do what you think is best. But she's made herself a single mother over something that maybe she could have worked through. You know, if they were to get married, they didn't get married. They broke up. But if they were to get married, you're going to deal with a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of complicated feelings through the course of a marriage. So if you don't want to put in that complication, you probably shouldn't get married. But now that you have a kid, I guess it could go either way, right? You could have stayed, and this guy could have really went crazy with the red pill shit. And now you're fucking dating, what's the guy, entrepreneur in cars, or you're dating, what's the other guy who was getting paid, Jack Murphy? You know, start off with something that I think is understandable in this climate. One, paternity test. I believe paternity tests should be mandatory for all births. I know there is an expense involved, but it's out of hand, and it's honestly it's controlling men's willingness to be in relationships. It is impacting men's willingness to approach women at all. You know what I mean? We have a lower birth rate, so I definitely think you should do something about mandatory paternity tests, independent of this little story. Damn it! How do you have enough time to recover? Damn it! I'm not sure how much Tekken we're gonna play. I'm getting whooped. Jesus, I did get the one win. Damn it, hit the wrong button. I didn't hit the wrong button. I missed the fucking directional button. I was going for the death fist. In any event, so yeah, she could have stayed, dealt with this dude who now living his life based upon what a bunch of red pill content creators say he should. And that's not going to be the best thing for her either. You know what I'm saying? But now she's made herself a single mother. She might, the guy might find somebody else. And, there's a lot of, in this world where there's a lot of girls getting divorced or breaking up. I'm not saying, that she didn't have a valid reason to necessarily break up. She felt, accused or whatnot, even though that, I understand the guy. But, with all we've been through, you think, you know what I'm saying? That was her perspective on it. But there are women who get divorced, break up with some long-term person just for the market. Just like, I still got it. I got so many guys in my DMs, and then they realize, all these guys are just, looking at her recreational. Hell, a lot of the red pill content creators, when it comes to single mothers, will tell you recreational only. So, and with that being a common thing, it's probably going to be something she's going to have to deal with that I don't know if she's necessarily know that she signed herself up for just because she's mad at her boyfriend asking for a paternity test. She signed herself up for a more difficult dating life. Maybe she realized that. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she finds somebody she's happy with and finds somebody she's happier with than him. Or, I say and or, not the show on Disney Plus that nobody watched. Or, the guy maybe finds a happier relationship. And I think he, ultimately, this is going to sound maybe crazy, but it was 100%. Any relationship that fails is 100%, right? It's 100% on you, 100% on the other person. But it does kind of reflect on the guy, right? Because I think part of the problem is he probably wasn't prepared to have difficult conversations with her in general. And I think, a lot of guys are scared to have, because a lot of dudes, I hate to use like a guru concept, but they have a kind of a scarcity mindset, right? Oh my God, I don't want to lose this girl because I may not find anyone. There are guys who have that feeling. And so they get so timid. That's something you should, if you were worried about paternity, if you feel like I feel like all paternity tests or all births should be accompanied by a paternity test, you should probably lay that out earlier in a relationship than the kid is already here. You should have did that really. The sweet spot to lay out some of the difficult things and what you think about life, where it may be a little bit more swirly, is the first 6 months. For real. And it could mean shit ends early, you know what I'm saying? But at least, you don't have all the time invested, all the emotional investment, all that pain, all that frustration. But he should have said if he's the type of person who feels like he's gonna want paternity test no matter what, probably should have said that earlier in the relationship. But in any event, he might go on to have a healthy relationship with somebody else, and this woman who maybe they could have worked through it. Maybe you could have just said, you know what, I understand. I'm offended, but I do understand. You know, it is a crazy world out there. Guys are gonna want paternity tests. It's a natural thing. It doesn't necessarily reflect on me. She might find herself 35 after having dated and tried to date as a single mother, and really just no one took her seriously. And she basically did this to herself for not being able to work through a single issue. And now this guy's happy, maybe has another girlfriend, another wife, has a happy life. Maybe happy relationship with the kid. And you've made yourself, you put more stress on yourself. Now you're like, oh man, I'm so stressed from being a single mother. But it was your choice. And that's kind of a dangerous thing. The single mother by choice thing is like, and that's honestly scary. It scares me a little bit of dating, that there are women who are single mothers by choice. And this is not quite that. Again, if you're coming in, why I ramble, talk about a Reddit story that I saw that I just, thought was interesting. Since these streams are supposed to be about me playing games and talking shit, having interesting conversations. Doesn't seem like too many people are engaged, but whatever. It's cool. Hopefully you're still vibing. And we have talked about, because we've talked about, not just Andrew Tate, we've talked about a lot of the quote unquote red pill type creators, and the fact that there was a link. The reason this guy and this couple thought to ask his wife for, or no, it's not his wife, his girlfriend, because they didn't get married. He thought to ask her for a paternity test was because of YouTube videos, podcasts, and the like. So that was the kind of through line to why I'm even talking about this story. Then we've done Reddit stories before on the channel. Sheesh. Jeesh! Got him. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. So yeah, I mean, listen, I like I said earlier, if you can't work through difficult issues, you probably shouldn't be married. So it may be for the best. Hopefully it works out for both of those people, long term, and the kid, and whatever kids they have elsewhere. Everything works out long term. Maybe she made a good decision to leave the guy. Maybe she made a bad decision. Maybe she'll regret it. Nice. I think we keep trading the win back. So we'll see, I guess. I mean, I guess we don't see. I'm not going to never meet these people, never hear this story again. It's just some shit on Reddit. I mean, shit, there's another question to be asked. Should you be posting your life on Reddit, right? But I do think there's an interesting point. I know in the process of dating, I think a lot can be made of. Let's see, we are trading the win back. How much do you owe to your partner's insecurities? Right? Anyone who dated, I've been hurt before. Anyone's heard that story. And, sometimes it's true and it's valid, but damn it. Should have did the kick. The jump kick, I mean. But yeah, uh-oh. I had a USB issue. I don't know what that was. Bullshit. Shit. But what was I gonna say? I think there's a lot about men dating women and trying to, assuage the fears of a woman's insecurities. I think that's kind of it's a common thing. I don't know about normal, but it can be a common part of the dating process, right? Well, I've been hurt before I like you, but I've been hurt before anyone's ever heard that phraseology. A lot of, even in amongst the red pill people, they've made a lot about having to deal with a woman's insecurities. There's not really much about what should happen with a man's insecurities. A man is just not really supposed to have insecurities. Really, he's just supposed to, that's why they keep masculine frame, bro. Be attractive always, bro. It's just not a good advice, You do the best you can, but you got to be a human. Damn it. Just outside of the right range. Jesus, everything tracks? Can a brother get a sidestep? Oh, fuck. Damn it. Oh, fucked up. Damn it. Fucked up. And, going back to the rant that I can barely get through because I keep getting fucked up by one way. And I don't know, this might be the last time I play with Paul. I may switch characters. I might just go ahead and just switch to Turtles. And just go with that. But yeah, there's not, I mean, I don't know no one's really that active, but should someone, I feel like if you feel that for any reason that you need a paternity test, you need a paternity test. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's something that you should, but you do have to understand the risk. You might come off as offensive to somebody you care about, and you might be you do risk the chance of offending somebody by asking them for a paternity test. But again, I really think you should, if you can, lay that shit out. But the truth is, I don't think a lot of guys thought about this shit until these red pill podcasts and the like came about. I don't think people thought about that. I don't think people realize, until you hear the statistic, was it 10% potential fathers are raising kids that aren't theirs, 30% of paternity tests sent in come back negative. Once you hear that sort of stuff, you're like, oh, well, I'm not special. It's a crapshoot. It's statistics. You know what I'm saying? As much as people want to make relationships out to be some sort of magical carpet ride, they are not. They can be wonderful, you know what I'm saying? They can be fruitful, they can be fulfilling, but we're just human beings, you know what I'm saying? People do cheat. Should you just have not protect yourself at all from that reality? That doesn't seem smart, you know what I'm saying? Damn it. Damn it. I guess what I'm trying to say is a fine line. Because, I do understand why the girl was offended, but at the same time, I understand why the guy wanted a paternity test. But now he has a broken home because he asked for a paternity test. You know what I'm saying? Because he does have a kid that's not his, and now potentially baby mama drama from trying to avoid baby drama with, Shit, we know there's places like Michigan, shout out to the home team, that will put a guy under child support even if he doesn't know the woman. So is a guy crazy for asking for a paternity test in this day and age? No. But is a girl crazy for being offended that a guy asks for a paternity test? As much as I want to just take the hard guideline, let's say, yeah, like no, it's understandable. It's you're saying, oh, this person is capable of a lot of stuff. You're saying you don't trust them, right? And trust is not having trust in a relationship. But I know men and women trust differently and feel differently about trust. Another element of that story I was talking about is once he found out, he was cool. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? But she was still mad. And again, she might find out that she made a mistake. She might find she made the right decision. Who knows how life is going to play out? But I don't know. She might, get years down the line, realize she's never going to find somebody that's really going to care about her like he did. Or maybe he goes so far down this red pill craziness that he adopts a lot of the talking points. Not saying, obviously there's some helpful stuff. Obviously, we discussed some of it. Damn it. But there's also some bullshit, obviously. That whole red pill rage. A lot of that shit is not helpful. A lot of that shit is bash women for clicks. And there's the risk that if she doesn't do anything, she'll end up dating just pearly things. You know what I'm saying? Or just, Got him. Rough. Oh, shit. Damn it. Ah! Got him. Okay. We keep trading this fucking win back as I struggle through this subject that nobody gives a shit about. I think people want the Turtles. I think, I got Cowabunga from Foulball. We'll bring in them Turtles. We'll go one more win. We'll get one more win. We'll bring in the Turtles. I want to get at least some sort of definitiveness on the win. And then hopefully we ramble into some subject. I appreciate it. Saturday nights usually aren't that active. I should have streamed yesterday, but I slept after work. Sunday is kind of the premiere day. And sometimes Fireball likes Turtles. Yeah, we're going to bring in the Turtles. I don't think anyone gives a shit about me watching Reddit videos on YouTube or my thoughts on anything. Which, should you? Probably not. But at least I'm playing some Tekken. Damn it. Shit. No. Damn it. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. Your game just crashed. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. I got a question because you're a Fallout guy, even though I think New Vegas is obviously What you gravitate to? Thoughts on Starfield? Did you have any plans on getting that? That's the new Bethesda. Basically, Bethesda's No Man's Sky. Bullshit. Trump 24. Hey, Rough Girl. It's cool to see you around, Trump 2024. Wasn't expecting that. I don't vote. Nah, I'll wait and see. No rush on that. Yeah. I think wait and see is the best attitude to have for games nowadays anyway. But just wondering. The reviews, I don't really. I had a passive interest. The reviews show me it's like, this is just another Bethesda game in space. The procedurally generated stuff seems lame. And that was the stuff that you're most interested in. Yeah, it might be cool. Will probably be hollow. That's what it looks is hollow. Well, Rough Girl, how you been? It's been a minute. It's good to see some old visitors. Had Rob show up the other day. It's cool to see you around. Doesn't matter we're going to war. That bricks thing got me nervous. But I'm not keeping up with everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I know apparently the same DA that's prosecuting Trump is prosecuting Young Thug, and Trump said that she had at least alleges that she had a relationship with Young Thug. I don't know if any of it's true. This is what Trump claims. Clearly, Trump is a closeted hip hop fan. Oh, you've been chilling in the background. That's dope. I'm glad you've been liking the content or watching the content. Dope. Just saw the worst story ever. What's the worst story ever? Hell, Papa Cotton, appreciate you being here. Jeez, she's too fast. Nice. Got him. Golly, this fucking game. The next one we're going to switch. If I can get the next win. Nice. Got him! I met Trump. Really? Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruff. Shit, I've been going through a recent depression myself because of a family member's health. But actually talking to him today made me feel a little bit better. You know, I'm still worried as shit. I'm sorry to hear that, man. We're always here for you, Ruff. Hope you feel better. You said you met Trump. He's all about the... all it took is a mixed drink. Well, those help. I know I've been drinking quite a bit. Shout out to Weller. Yes! Time for turtles. Okay. I didn't know if I would get the win. Hell, whatever, Cass. Shout out to Weller. I had never had a pappy. I don't know. Technically, I don't know if it's considered a pappy. I don't know what the rules are for what's considered a pappy. But it's considered like close to or whatever. It's actually pretty good. Kind of overrated, but it goes down pretty smooth for whatever that's worth. I know that a lot of people don't like that. What do you mean go down smooth? Well, I'm not a liquor guy like that. I'm not an expert genius when it comes to the liquor. Some people, are fucking sommeliers. I'm not, bro. I'm not. I like a good whiskey. I like a good bourbon, like anyone else. But come on, man. Okay, let's get Shredder's Revenge going. Shout out to anyone who's watching this live or on the playback. Yeah, Pappy Van Winkle is the issue. It's super expensive. Yeah. This psycho killed the mother. Oh, no. Oh, Oh no! I don't even want to read that. Oh no! Is that a new story? So this is something people are aware. Oh no! Oh no! Oh God! Oh, is that a real? That's demonic. Yeah, I'm gonna have night. I'm traumatized with that one. Could have went my whole life and not known that existed. Oh man, is that like an active news story now? Of let's go back to survival. You hear about it too. So apparently this is a story that's out here. Oh man. You know, I don't know who Karai is. So I'm gonna go with Usagi. I like red. It's like, who does that? She befriended her only for the baby. Oh man. So it's like one of those creepy ass stories. You hear about oh man, Yeast. Papa, the teenage girl, went to the hospital, killed her baby, and threw it in. Oh man. I did see the teenage girl one. At least I've seen this short with this teenage girl who and her, it seems like her mom was in on it. I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about. I did see that. I've seen that a little bit ago, like a few months ago, and that may be maybe it's a new story. Shit, man, this is a sick world. Jesus Christ. Jeez. Oh boy. The world is straight demonic. Yeah. World of Children from Maui. Probably on a different island, unfortunately. If we're being honest, given some of the people who had a lot of land out there, probably on a different island. If you catch my drift. Because I don't think the one island we all know where the guy didn't do what they said he did to himself, that ain't the only island. In fact, one of those crypto guys that got killed said that wasn't the only island. There's apparently one not too far from Puerto Rico, I believe. So there's those type of islands where there are younglings. Unfortunately, that is not a thing. Oh yeah, a lot of people have so we are talking about one. Your mom was way too cool, like we talked about this. Yeah. I totally think her mom was in on that shit. But yeah, we're talking about now 3 different stories. The Maui situation, the one girl who threw her own baby in the trash, and then the situation you're talking about where the woman, apparently, at least I'm going off the information you guys have provided, you and Ruff, Papa, where the woman apparently befriended the lady and took the baby out and took the placenta out. And that seems horrifying. Yeah, the chick. We'll see. You know what, man? The justice system is known to be very lenient to women offenders. There's been you the one who talk about the teachers, man. Some of the teachers they do. Some of these teachers will have multiple counts. These female teachers, multiple counts of grape on kids that should be drinking grape juice. And won't get but 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So you would like to think that they'll put her in a hole, lock her up, throw away the key. But who the fuck knows? Never forget, Casey Anthony got she needs to be in the chair. Remember Casey Anthony got away with it. Oh man. So you saw The Sound of Freedom? What'd you think of it as a movie? Because obviously it was I don't know how it was controversy about it. They tried to make it, this is a right-wing thing. Like, no, this is a human thing. But, I mean, shit, man. Now we're on some real dark shit. I wish I was just talking about young couples on Reddit again. Because now we're into this normalizing P3DO-ism, and that they're going to tacitly do that. and we still got a populace that's going to send their kids to the most likely place for them to get touched, which is the school system. I guess home technically is probably one of the most likely places, but you know what I'm saying. But it's all the Sound of Freedom reminds you of Dr. Sleep, where they all crowd around this kid, try to steal his steam. Gee, straight sacrifice. You give it a chair. It's things like that. Nah, that does, you know. I'm not a pro death penalty guy, but you hear some shit like that, like, no, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Because you can't just. You shouldn't be, you know. Damn it. Sound of Freedom straight movie to tears. Wow. Wow. Was that, you know, I haven't checked it out. Honestly, I haven't checked it out just because the subject matter is just so dark. And I know, I should just go past, because this is happening. This is real shit. This is real shit, man. And there's a lot of powerful people involved with this evil shit. And it's an open secret. It's an open secret about how our government really gets down. And it's sick as shit. And now they're trying to normalize it with this, you know, they're using this agenda, this sort of LGBTQ agenda, as a way of normalizing P3DOism. And it's sick, man. And that story you told, like, got a lot of mentally ill people in this country. Remember the hand that rocks the cradle vaguely. Hell, Fizz Chozo spoke too much truth about what's going on, and the fact that Hollywood and people are afraid of the fact that's what Hollywood is into. Yeah. Stuff messed you up when you found out about it. I'm not watching it to piss me off. Yeah. Baby Cup reminds you of the hand that rocks the cradle. I see. I vaguely remember that. What sounds familiar, it's one of those 90s movies that I'm sure we had on tape. What was that about? Oh shit, I'm getting murked. Hand Rocks the Cradle. That was a movie back in the day. Back in the day, before your time. It was I think 80s or 90s movie. Past your bedtime. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. Feel free. Don't be a stranger. You know, if you want to lurk, that's cool. You ain't got to say nothing. But, you know, say hi every once in a while. Appreciate you being here. Have a good night. But, man, that's all that stuff is crazy. We're in a sick world. We're in a dark world. And shit, you know, to kind of tie in while I was rambling about relationships, we don't have the family structure that we built everything on to protect kids. Most kids are raised in single mother household and just sent off to the demonic prison industrial complex we call the education system. So how are they going to get protected from this stuff? We know the government's not going to do it because they're the ones we need to protect them for. Most parents still don't realize what the school system really is. And, you know, when I saw something that realized Rebecca the Morning was hot in that movie. Some girl can't have kids try. Yeah, that's a common thing. Apparently, I saw a YouTube short said that's very common at our role places Disney World. That a lot of women will steal people's kids there. And apparently a lot of dads abandon their families there too. That's both are common. But yeah, man. So there's not the same family structure that the whole society of America was built on to protect kids from that sort of thing. We're so fragmented as a society. We're so, you know, I do know some of my neighbors, but I don't know them like that shit. You know what I mean? We don't have that same, neighborhoods used to be small villages as far as how everyone interacted with each other. When I was younger, I knew a lot more people in the neighborhood I grew up in when I grew up than I do right now, the neighborhood I'm in. So, and when I was a kid, even, there was adults I knew and different. I don't have any relatives, no. I think when I was super young, there was a cousin that lived next door to the duplex that my grandma lived. But whatever the case may be, there were a lot of family friends in the area or people that we just knew in the area, and I don't have that same knowledge of the people I'm around that I did back then. I don't think how well do you know your neighbors? How well do you know your neighborhood? So I say all that to say, like, what structure's in place to really, because kids was getting abducted and shit back then. We used to see those, you remember back in the day when they actually put people on the milk cartons? And then they started with that, the little jump mail. Have you seen me? But, people were still getting snatched up back then. And if we had the resources to kind of do something about it. Granted, we gave every kid a cell phone for whatever that's worth, and that can make it worse. But now that we don't have, the families died, so Papa Cotton knows his neighbors. That's dope. You're doing better than most, Papa. Like I said, I know the people across the street. I don't really know anybody else. I see them. But I don't really know everybody. And I should, Everybody needs to get their neighbors, not just for, you talking about protecting children, but just protecting yourself. If the shit really does hit the fan, if we see the citizenry start to get attacked, even by the citizenry itself, wherever it is, got a cop across the street, that's smart to know your neighborhood. Rather it's the government who attacks the citizenry or the citizen on citizen, because the system is falling. And now people are just, going house to house. The purge is here. You need to know who your neighbors are. If you do have kids, or if there are kids in the neighborhood, you need to know, okay, I know who his family is. If he go home with somebody else, you need to scream, hey, you see a white van. And listen, unless you live around a bunch of dope boys, what's the need for a white van in the neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? Every other van, if it's a Comcast van or whatever, Xfinity, Spectrum, whatever, AT&T or whatever, it'll have it on the side. You know what I'm saying? You see a van riding through, they don't got shit on the side, you need to be asking questions. I think there's a van. I think they got something on the side next door. I think it's like a work van. So I'm saying that I think they might have that might be the exact situation next door. They got a work van, don't got shit on the side. But you guys get what I'm saying. You just see somebody riding through the neighborhood looking suspicious. And there's kids out there. You need to have because that shit is, it's widespread. We know it's not just some celebrity shit, man. It's some normal demon shit. Part of the reason this new P3DO movement got so much weight to it is because there's a lot of people out in the wild doing this demonic stuff. Shit, I had one of my old bosses was caught with child prime. And he was in the LGBTQ community. Not trying to indict that whole community. It's just the reality of what happened. So, you know what I mean? It's a sick world about that. I shudder to think, but I probably will end up looking into that a story about the woman stealing the baby out the womb, essentially, and killing the mother. That's wild as shit. Damn it. That's just crazy. Crazy world. I don't even know what to say. That's such a horrific story. Both the stories. The story about the girl doing the Brenda got a baby situation. Throwing her kid in the dumpster and then the mom co-signing it. Why don't you co-sign teaching your daughter how to close her fucking legs? How about that? We talked about this. Yeah, well, you did talk about it clearly because you helped plan your daughter. You couldn't even just wait to just have the baby, give it up for adoption or something. It's just like, what the fuck? Something wrong with this world today, man. Not like it wasn't crazy in the 70s and 60s. It's always been crazy, but just getting more off the page. Okay, got him. As much as I love this game, because taking unlimited, oof, man. You want to know something that's real? It turns out abstinence has some weight to it, man. It's some shit that got laughed out back in the day. Abstinence, nobody's gonna do that. You know, how naive. But I mean, we have a society that's so over sexualized for men and women. But I mean, we see, let's just be honest, women have more access to sex. That's just the reality, right? And now men have more access to porn. That's leading to more perversions. That's another can of worms. But man, I think society, we were a little bit better when we fucked a little bit less. Well, even though technically they say the rates are down, but they're not down. They're down amongst men. They're not down amongst women. They're just not. There's girls coming out of high school with triple digit body counts, bro. Girls going into college putting up four numbers, man. Four digits or high triple digits, man. And just the average girl don't think 10 to 15 mean anything. Well, that's normal. What are you talking about? I'm young. Of course. I don't think nothing of it. Because why would she? If a girl has 10 to 15, she has a friend that put up triple digits. Why would she think 15, 16, 20, 25 guys? Why would she think that matters? Not a prude in the least, but average woman body count, yeah. It's gotten so high. Can you believe at one point in history it was allegedly 4? Girls are doing that per week. You know what I'm saying? Girls are on the internet now, and this is why you can't throw out the whole red pill. You throw out a lot of that bullshit, but there's girls right now on the internet talking about, oh, what's something your man didn't know? Oh, he didn't know he was going down on somebody who had just got busted in, basically. To paraphrase. She got busted in by somebody else and have her dude go down on her and thought it was cute that she was saying this shit on the whole internet to one of those. I talked about this the other day. And it's like, you know what? All girls aren't like that. But when some are and guys have to play the numbers game, the risk then becomes too high. 10 to 15, that's done by sophomore. Yeah. So the few girls that, I only got 10 to 15, because there are girls like that. You know, maybe they, whatever. I only got 10 to 15. What the fuck? That's no big deal. 10 to 15 is a high number. Historically, for life, you know, historically in society, because a woman didn't have access. You go back 100 years. I mean, unless you were in the brothel, you didn't have access to that many men in your life because you just didn't. We lived a much more rural life. You just weren't going to be. You might not know 10 to 15 people that you weren't related to. You know what I'm saying? You had your family, and that was it. Your family, your spouse's family, that was it. Maybe a family friend. and their family. Maybe. But that was about it. You know what I'm saying? And now we have the internet. Everybody, you didn't know somebody. Shit, back in the day, you know, a husband could go out for a pack of smokes, move 20 minutes away, and never be found again. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's right, but that's just the reality. It was just there was no technology back then. Nowadays, a woman has access to every stiff piece of wood within a 50-mile radius, and actually within a global radius in case somebody want to fly out somewhere. Either way, and has been encouraged to. Even though a lot of them end up regretting, these end up the ones, oh, I hate all men. You know what I'm saying? Because they, for life that used to be considered a whore, 10 or 15. But nowadays, that's prudish. That's low. Those low ball numbers. Like I said, girls are putting up triple digits coming out of high school, putting up triple digits. Coming out of high school like LeBron James, like Kobe. Scoring, my guy. Scoring. Putting up numbers. What does the body count matter? Because it does. Don't say. And here's the stupidest argument that one is become statistically invalid, and two was always inherently stupid. And here it goes. And I'm sure you all heard it. Well, why is it okay for a man to do? First off, that's no longer true in any way, shape, or form. Men are having way less sex. That's not an opinion. You can't have it both ways. You can't make fun of men for being lonely and say how and have Psychology Today and all these publications talk about all these lonely men and then still have that argument. You can't have it both ways. Men are not having as much sex as women. That is not an opinion. It's not what I think. That's not what I believe. That's what the facts say. Listen, I don't encourage any man to be a whoremonger, right? I don't encourage that because it's a lot of danger. The family court ain't playing around. These STDs ain't playing around. Like I said, a lot of girls don't even care they got an STD. Hillary has herpes. Syphilis is going up. So there's no benefit for a guy to really be trying to toss those numbers up himself, firstly. Or secondly, because firstly, obviously, guys aren't even doing that on average. But it's definitely not to their benefit, right? Because it's shit. Because it's just there's a lot of risk for guys doing this shit. But there's also soul ties, bro. Hillary who? Not Hillary Clinton. There's a content creator called Hillary Has Herpes. Not Hillary Clinton. That's probably the Hillary you're thinking of. There was a content creator. She's out on the YouTubes and the TikToks and the Instagram. Her name is Hillary Has Herpes. That's the name of her channel, name of her online persona. And you know, I did the little short showing how high the syphilis rate is or whatever. I forgot what the statistic is, but you know, syphilis is going up in the city of Houston. And I can't think of what the statistic was. But my whole point of saying this was just that, hey, there are risks for a guy doing this shit. It's not all easy peasy lemon squeezy just because a guy wants to put his body count. And here's the ultimate thing. When girls ask that, they're asking a question that they have to answer themselves. It's not my job to judge men. Ma'am, I'm a heterosexual man. Again, I don't advise being a whoremonger because of soul ties, because of STDs, because of the family court. I don't advise it. Sometimes it can happen that way, whether you want to or not. But I don't advise it. But at the same time, your real issue is that women find men with higher body counts attractive and men don't find women with higher body counts attractive. We're just different. So don't get mad at me. You're the one who's supposed to hold the standard against men. The truth is, if a guy has a higher body count and you know it, you're more likely to want to be with him. That's not my fault. That's you gotta take accountability for what you're attracted to, just like men do. Men gotta take accountability. You fuck up, you're in the family court. You know what I'm saying? Hate to keep bringing it up, but it's just the reality. Women don't. That's nothing. Women don't need to make an effort. So a high body count is disgusting. Women don't value a man who other women don't want. Exactly. That's my thing. That's your issue that you want somebody that somebody else want. That's your issue. That's your issue that there are guys who aren't married who wear a ring just to get girls. That's not new. That's some old school shit. That's some old school shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's some shit I heard from back in the days. Back in the days, motherfuckers talking about little shit like that. That's not my fault. That's women's fault. So you're mad at what you're attracted to, and you're asking me? This is stupid. That's why that's the dumbest argument ever. Well, why is it okay for men? Most men are playing Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate. Most men are doing what I'm doing, playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, playing video games. You can't call all men incels and then bring up a straw man that doesn't apply. Both things don't work. You can't have it both ways. If we're all incels and we're all lame and we're all lonely and we're emotionally unintelligent, okay, bet money. So that means we're not the ones out here like that. So you can't use that straw man. Well, why is men do it? Men don't do it as much as women anymore. It ain't 1990 anything. So you stop bringing up old shit. We're in the future. So men are not putting up some men are putting retarded numbers up, right? But it's only a few, not a few good men, but just a few men getting it like that. Most guys are not. So if that's the case, remember y'all want to put Psychology Today, USA Today, and talk about the incels and men that aren't having sex, and 50% of men under the age of 30 or whatever it is aren't having sex. Okay, so that means that argument is inherently false. And hell, happy dinosaur. Oh, that's some real shit. That's some real shit. Whatever. I wrote a song about some shit like that a minute ago. I don't know if I still got the lyrics. I'm sorry, man. I still haven't made the video I meant to make. No, that's not true. I've recorded it like 5 fucking times. I just never put it out and finished it. But yeah, we were talking about dating. I started off talking about this crazy, couple Reddit stories. And then we started talking about body counts and whatnot. Listen, man. If you not, there's power in abstinence. But yeah, it's funny. You talked about your dating woes last time. Because you're abstaining from the bullshit. But that's funny what Wes said. Dudes broke up with the wife to get with the mistress. The mistress dumped her because she was only in the married man. So yeah, women want guys that girls want. That women want guys that other women want. Nobody wants somebody that somebody doesn't want. So if that's the case, you're the one who created that double standard, not me. I don't want somebody who's used up. You're the one who wants an experienced man. So don't get mad at your own, what you're attracted to. Put up serious numbers. Have to be an asshole. It takes real effort. Some guys are just genetically gifted. I knew a guy. He was a regular dude. I wouldn't call him an asshole. Wouldn't call him a nice dude. Just a dude. He was just a bro. But I mean, he was a no homo. Pretty motherfucker. He just got hoes, man. There's no way around it. He just got hoes because he was a pretty little Spanish motherfucker. And so I mean that was just it. He was just a pretty Spanish motherfucker. I mean, he did sell dope too. So I mean, maybe some of that was that. He's just a pretty Spanish motherfucker. He just got hoes. That's just what it was. But I mean, he was a cool dude. He wasn't like a. But it's just what it was. Sometimes you just a pretty motherfucker. You young. You just hoes just become. That was never me though. That was never me. No, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, nice dries up. Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that. But like I said, man, I'm not so sure. Like actually, like I said, like you kind of said, with the way a lot of these girls are, man, I'm not so sure you really want to attract them. With the way, oh jeez, I'm getting tagged. I'm not sure. I don't want to attract some of these crazy women. I much rather just be on my solo dolo, man. I'm too old for some drama, man. I'm too old for some dramatic bullshit. And you know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's effort. It's effort and stress, and just like you just get to a point where you don't feel like dealing with that, and it's just not a payoff. It's not a payoff. Hence, we don't have marriages. Hence, we don't have families. Hence, all the shit we talked about. My little brother gets girls thrown at him. Kind of get a girl to acknowledge me. Looks are not a requirement, but they help, bro. I used to think, looks help, especially nowadays, because girls are so. Because a lot of people are socially retarded, bro. So if you got looks, some of these like socially retarded girls, they'll just drop trial, bro. Because a lot of people we're also in the post being able to have a conversation era. So I mean, a lot of this shit is happening over text, over some app DM, whether it's Tinder, whether it's Instagram. So it's not even you're not even having social interaction. So it's just a picture, a profile, and that's it. You just had to deal with crazy bitch drama last week. See, little brother gets girls thrown at him constantly. Can't get a girl to acknowledge me. Like I said, you might not want a girl to acknowledge you. You might come to find you more comfortable over the long term. Listen, we all want to date. I don't want to tell you that because you're a young man. You got some health issues and whatnot. I don't want to tell you shouldn't want to date. You shouldn't date. But you're not just missing out on, and I know I said this last time, but you're not just missing out on whatever great experiences. You're also missing out on some terrible ones too. Even guys that do okay, will tell you that these girls ain't loyal. Even guys that's doing well for themselves with the ladies is stressing out nowadays. So, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. It's long and short. But you're happy with your freedom, bro. Do not take for granted freedom. I think that's the thing. I saw shit that was actually going to be the women tell you what they want, men tell you what works. Women tell you they don't even want that. They tell you what they are trying to get out of, because that's why they like the quote unquote gang. They tell you what they're trying to get out of the guy they want, because for them, and it's like they want to be, because it's an ego thing. In their head, they want to be so powerful, so magnetic, so magic that they could get the guy that they want to become that. They want to accomplish that goal. Hence marriage, right? And that's why, people, a lot of men complain, oh man, she's dried up after marriage. Well, she had you in one view and she accomplished her goal, so now she's done. She's like, I got him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she wants to subjugate you. That's what it is. She wants to. That's her form of conquering. She's domesticated you. She's subjugated you. So yeah, what she's talking about is a subjugated, domesticated male, and she wants to take the guy that is hard to domesticate and domesticate him. And that's another thing. Women are also like men, animals at the same time. We're all animals as I'm playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So a lot of times, like you said, no one under 6 feet would get any. But I mean, they do, because if you're in the right place, right time, you too might be able to smash. But again, is that a good thing? What are you getting? You know what I'm saying? It depends. People in general are getting more unstable. Not just women, men. Everyone's more stable now. Hell, the oppressive East Story Central Dildo. The gang is all here. We're back on the red pill shit, I guess. I don't know what's going on. So, I'm in a place where I'm cool with my little freedom. I got things I want to get done. Shit, I gotta. Hopefully by this time next year, I'll have this going, music going, and then a couple little business ideas as me, not vigilante, but as the regular guy me. I want to get those going. So I really don't have time for these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Then you stream. Oh, you want Flash to stream? Shout out to Flash. He shows up sometimes. Yeah, that's how streaming. I still finally get a girl to acknowledge me. She's fat as fuck. Hey, shout out to these fat hoes. Shout out to the big girls. Shout out to the big girls. Oh, you tall, so you might got a better chance than most. Because girls do like height. So I'm right. Technically I'm 5'10" and a half, but now I got a fucking hunch. Cause my posture shit, so now I'm like 5'9" and a half. But 5'10" and a half, I did okay. Little, But see, if you don't like the big, I like the big girls. Not the super. You can't go super big though. But what's fat as fuck? Is she like, no, bro, she's fat as fuck, or she's like, man, she just got some weight on her. Well, if you guesstimate her weight, what would it be? Or if you know her weight, what is it? Cause I want to see what you think is fat as fuck. Cause. Sometimes, you lower your I hate to just say it's like this. If you listen, West Side Gun, let's just go to the dark side for a little bit. Let's go to the dark side for a little bit. We're not, depending on what your standard is, because there's some cute big girls. Depending on what your weight, where's the line is, there's always girls available. There's always someone that you can smash. Depending on where your weight is. Now, I'm not saying don't go over your limit, man. Don't date my 600-pound life just to make sure there's somebody, because there's the smell and other shit you gotta worry about, right? When you get that big. Oh, I mean, shit, skinny hoes can stink. But you get my point, right? You don't want to go too big. But like, if you don't mind a girl that's 200 pounds, which is some weight. There might be too much weight for somebody. But in 200-ish, you'll always be cool. You surprised she fit through the door? That's probably too big, my guy. That's probably a hair too big. That's too much. I'm talking 250. You don't want 250s. I get it for some people that might be too much. I've dated a girl, I was like 240, dated a girl 300 pounds once. I wouldn't suggest that. I never actually did anything with one chick. I was so worried because she said, "Gotta watch out, these big girls be trying to put their hands on guys." And I ain't trying to get fucked up by no butterbean bitch. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out. So I'm not trying to recommend big girls, but if we're being dark, I know. If we're being dark, if we're on some degenerate shit, you said 250, you crazy. Like I said, I dated 300-pound chick. I never did anything with it. I woulda, but she was once I got the crazy vibe, like, man, you can't be big and crazy, man. You can't be both. But you surprised she fit through the door? That's too much. And like I said, 300 is probably too much. But I'm big myself. But I wasn't big at the time. Like I said, I was in good shape at the time. Well, solid shape. I still had I was skinny, fat, muscle fat, whatever. In shape, out of shape guy. That's the best I could look. I never, I got Irish genetics when it comes to certain things. I ain't got the, the superstar genetics when it comes to muscle development. I can move weight pretty good when I'm really training, but as far as the physique, nah, nah. But yeah, I get it. I'm not that's why I said this is the dark side. But like I said, you'll never. Well, back then I don't know what these hoes. It's a different era. If we're trying to guarantee success, you don't mind moving some weight, depending on what your cutoff is. You may never have to go lonely. Now again, if she can barely fit through the door, we're not talking about that. We're talking, like I said, I don't know. I can't. The bigger the woman is, more shape you need to be. There's something to that. Just from a physique, just from a reality, you gonna need to move some weight. You gonna do so. That's why don't go too big. Don't go too big. But if you're not afraid of a little size, you'll be fine. But yeah, not fitting through the door, that's too much. That's too much. If you don't think she can fit through the door you shot, that's too much. She got to do the sideways shuffle to get through the door. This too much. We're not trying to, we're not trying to do that. But if you don't mind, chick, $2. And again, depending, that's it. How much? She said, Papa Cotton said I'm too pretty instead of a fat chick. Woo. 135 is a heavy. I want a girl. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know a lot of people, you just unrealistic. 135 is unrealistic. Listen, everybody got to have their standards. You said I'm fat, but lead for stocky, for like an overweight football player. Ironically enough, though, you kind of got to have a decent shape to deal with a big girl. Not just because big girls don't like big guys. Some do. Some will. But yeah, she could barely fit through the door. That's probably too much. But you come across a chick. Maybe she's got some extra weight. Maybe she's like 185, 190, and she's feeling you. They say go for the girl that like you. So I mean, it just may be. It may be easier to get the job done if we're just talking completely recreational. If you a little more lenient with size, that's just the reality of it. So I'm not trying to suggest that you go down this dark road of these big hoes. I'm just saying, might as well go swimming and grape it real well. That's a woman thing. That was a joke. Happy guys don't need to depend on looks to get laid. That's true, but it does help. That's a woman thing. It does help, and it does help, especially in this app age where sometimes you're not even interacting with a person for real. You're just talking to, you're really just texting the screen, and they texting the screen, and they just going off a picture or a Snapchat or a video or whatever. In this age, looks, money, things that come across over on social media can get things done quicker. But then again, in person, anything can happen. In person, anything can happen. You go out and about, have a conversation. Your energy is a certain way. Anything can happen, right? But yeah, if you want, me and my homeboy used to call them tight ends. They might be big, they might be a little slower, but they sure things. You know what I'm saying? They sure things. I know Jim's about to go swimming and grape and well. Listen, sometimes you want a star wide receiver. You want a beautiful girl. Everybody does, right? But if you want those sure things, those guaranteed, easy to cash in. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the big girls. Shout out to the big girls. Yeah, both are true. What you're saying. It says if you're happy, it kind of doesn't matter how you look. Kinda. That's why it says kinda, because we're in the age where having a look, because of social media, like I said, when you're in person, anything can happen, right? But because of social media starting a lot of relationships, a look is not a bad thing to have. Being at least in decent shape. Put yourself in the best shape for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. You ain't got to look like a male model. Nobody's saying that. But, oh, shit. Being with decent shape, decent health, probably not a bad idea in general. And it'll help. I'm not twerking on anybody. Listen, if in the football game of life, sometimes you go for the touchdown, sometimes you go for the first down. If you want to move the chains, you're a young guy in your 20s, you just need to move the chains for a night, for a Tuesday night. The big girls are reliable, man. And I'm not the only one who knows this. I'm not the only one to say it. I'm just keeping it real. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm not the only one who had a reliable big girl once or twice in my life. Just like a nice tight end. Well, maybe the end is not as tight as you would like, but it is what it is. Cougars. I see. You know what? I'm at an age. When I was younger, I went for the Cougars. I'm at an age I don't want a cougar. I would take and maybe it's just me. Maybe you know what? I hate to say it. Maybe there is a cultural race thing. I don't know. But if you say, hey, depending on, now, she's like a cougar, she's like an 8. Then no, give me that fucking cougar, bro. Give me that older 8. But now that I'm in my mid-30s, I don't want to date some. Like when I was in my 20s, I'd date some a cougar in a heartbeat. Right? Oh shit, she in her 40s, but she still look good in a heartbeat. Now that I'm almost in my 40s, I'll take a young fat chick over a cougar. Not saying, listen, I'm just telling you my preferences. You ain't got to have vigilante preferences. I would suggest you don't have vigilante preferences, actually. That has changed. You used to have nice fatties back in the day. Yeah, learn how to talk. That helps. Yeah, don't act on it. See, I haven't been dating these fat hoes in this era. I remember the old era where it was nice. Hoes was taking you out to eat. I had a fat chick take me out to what's that shit? Cheesecake Factory, bro. I was getting wined and dined by these big girls, bro. So I got positive memories on these big girls from back in the day, man. I'm sorry. And I hate to perpetuate stereotypes. It's just the reality of it, man. I was getting treated like a king by these big hoes. What do you want me to tell you, man? What do you want me to tell you? You want me to lie? Now, listen, I ain't dating the post Lizzo fat girls. I don't know. Maybe they don't have that same energy. Because they don't fuck with them. Because that's what you was dating anyway. I had some positive experiences, man. Maybe she did want to fatten me up. But it wasn't just her in that situation. It was just crazy because we cheesecake got expensive. But it just seemed like the effort was so it was so minimal needed, and what I got back in return was so maximal. It's like listen. Again, this is pre-Lizzo though. This is pre-Lizzo. I don't know what she's done to the game. Yeah, it's different when you're young. Now that I'm in my mid-30s, I'll go back to dating cougars when I'm in my 50s. Like cougars who are in their 40s, when I'm in my 50s, I go back to them. When you're in your mid-late 30s, it's like, back when I was 20-something, chick that was 35 to 45, it was all on and live. The big girls. You know what? Maybe let's get it off of big girls. Just we'll say, hey, the cougars, the big chicks. But again, you know what? I'm talking about an era before social media made every girl think that she was God's gift to penis. You know what I'm saying? They think they still got it, yeah? But it's like, man, I can't do it now. When I'm in my 50s, I'll go back to the cougars. I'll go back to the Cougars when I'm in my 50s. Fat bottom girls make the rocky world go round. That song. Is that Queen or am I making shit up? But yeah, man. I don't suggest this shit. And if you do want to take the advice, maybe take the advice of, you know, if you come across a girl that maybe is not as attractive, but more into you, don't count her out. That's the more realistic takeaway. If you come across a girl that maybe not as attractive, but within limits, don't lower your standards. He said the older you get, the more you don't even have to bother with the Cougars packed with baggage. It is Queen. It is got censored on Spotify. Wow. The Queen. Wait a second. You can say, you can put F and F and all these other songs, or Spotify, but you can't put Queen Fat Bottom Girls. That's crazy. That's crazy. All the ignorant effing lyrics that's on Spotify right now, but you couldn't put Queen on there. Wow. But yeah. In general, man, don't for real, don't take for granted freedom. And you listen, maybe you will. I won't tell you the shit. You say, oh yeah, you'll find somebody someday. No, you might not. You might not. This world's fucking crazy. World's nuts. You may never find a good woman because they becoming more rare by the day. That's the reality. Oh shit. But regardless of if you find somebody, you got to find contentment with yourself anyway. You got to find happiness with yourself anyway. It's insensitive. Yeah, bullshit. All these other songs, they not insensitive. Shit. It's songs where motherfuckers are naming names of dead motherfuckers talking shit. That's not insensitive, but Fat Bottom Girls is by Queen. Are you fucking kidding me? All this drill music. I'm not even saying you should censor it, you should get rid of it. But if you're going to censor Fat Bottom Girls, I think all these ops who are getting killed by name, maybe you want to do something about that. I don't know. Bro, cinch your dildo, you're right. You can kill a black man in a song, no problem. Even if you actually did it, shout out to YNW Belly. But you call a white girl fat, and it's hell to pay. Dark. He said, if I find my soulmate, I'm ghosting that bitch. Ain't nobody got time for that. Dark. That's crazy. You're not wrong. You call a white girl fat, all hell breaks loose. You could kill whole blocks of Chicago, though. No problem. Literally, name names. Whole blocks is in anywhere. Oh, they're black men? Who cares? You can kill as many black men in a song. No fucking issue. But call a white girl fat? It ain't even fat. This is Fat Bottom Girls. Who doesn't like a big booty? But nope, can't even say that. Can't even say that. And here's another thing. You can have black women in bikinis or less talking about what was the big thing with my ninja for real? Because I just saw a picture of dude dressed like a ninja bitch Shapiro. Wet ass people. WAP. Girls can talk about all this stuff, all this sexually suggestive stuff, but God for fucking bid, somebody call a woman fat. They censored a scale because it said fat. Wow. Isn't that crazy how listen, as a guy who needs to lose weight and actually has to start my weight loss thing, not out of financial stuff because I'm just blown through so much money. I just gotta be cheap and I gotta eat less. But that notwithstanding, that's crazy. They censored out fat in a Taylor Swift video. Like, you can't even have the concept of it. Really crazy. Really crazy. Call plenty of fat bitches fat. Well, you didn't do it in the internet. Well, you probably did do it on the internet, knowing you, but you haven't done it as like a mainstream pop artist. Damn, just kicked the shit out of me. Damn it. Yeah, you say the most vulgar shit, and women will dance if the beat's good enough. Yeah. The baby killed the motherfucker on camera. Nobody cared. He made a gay joke and lost his career interest in it. Isn't it? Yeah, he did kill somebody. I remember when that happened, because I lived in Charlotte at the time, and somebody I knew, somebody I worked with, I should say, lived next to the Walmart. It took me years to realize he was the guy responsible for the shooting. Like, yeah, it wasn't news that the dude was a rapper. It was just news there was a fucking shooting at that Walmart. I want to say in Huntersville or near Huntersville, out in Charlotte. And I guess it was technically self-defense, or at least that's how it got ruled. But I remember when that shit happened. It was like, oh my God, you believe they just shot? Because, Huntersville's not known to be the craziest place out there. I get, it can happen anywhere. But it wasn't known to be the wildest place for it to be a shooting out there. So I was like, damn, they shooting out there. It's crazy. But yeah, turned out years later, it's fucking the baby. It was self-defense. Yeah, okay, I thought so. But yeah, he still took a life. But it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. Did you say something about LGBTQ? And it's still like, if the baby wasn't on a major label, he probably would be doing better, because there's still, he can still rap. I like, when I see his freestyles and stuff, I like him. And he'll still get likes, but he just gets a lot less, you know what I'm saying? Nowhere near where he was at. You could tell, he was at a high level right before that shit got serious. With he said what he said. And I mean, what did he say other than what a lot of us will say? Well, a lot of people think, man, this agenda shit going out of control. And, the baby's about, he's probably a little younger than me. But I mean, a lot of us wasn't raised on this bullshit, man. What do you want people to say? But I mean, we know, it's homophobic. You're not supposed to protect them more, protect that group more than anybody. Listen, I'm not saying you're supposed to hate people. What you do is between you and the Most High, right? He got charisma, style, got boring. Every track is the same. Well, shit, man, that's everybody nowadays, right? That's one thing I'm trying to stay away from personally, is every track being the same, but it's also kind of sometimes it's easier to just make the same track over and over again. I'm trying to stay away from it. I've heard recent freestyles. Oh man, it's kind of cool. But I mean, his status ain't what it was back a few years ago. We was just the hottest thing going. Damn it. Yeah, that is crazy. The stuff. I remember on one of my hiatuses, it's actually a Caucasian preacher, but he was talking about how come not just the labels, but these major companies. He brought up Rick Ross was an example. I don't know if you guys remember Rick Ross. I don't remember if it was his song, but there was a song called "You Don't Even Know It" or "You Don't Even Know It," and he basically had a date grape reference in the song, and he lost a lot of sponsors for it. And he said this guy, who literally made his career on every song being about selling dope or killing people, was able to get all these brand deals, but didn't lose them for making songs about killing black people or selling them drugs. No, that's not why he lost the sponsorship. He lost the sponsorship over the date great reference. And it basically is like, hey, okay, fine, but why is it okay for self-genocide to be, and listen, I'm not trying to censor nobody. It's free. I'm a free speech absolutist, and Lord knows I done listened to enough ignorant ass rap music in my lifetime. But it does bring up a good point of the hypocrisy. It's like, okay, well, you are tacitly encouraging this. Speaking of X, you are a proponent of X, my guy. You are the community manager X right now, because you love it compared to Twitter because of the free speech stuff, which is interesting. Which, I mean, in a way, is kind of refreshing. You hired what you told us the last time. Oh yeah, you did say that. Exact same thing. Speaking of canceling singers. Really, Alice Cooper, Detroit's own or Michigan's own Alice Cooper. Apparently, according to Happy Dinosaur, is a cosmetic company is trying to cancel him for speaking out of a variation, saying leave the kiddies alone. Maybe he is being promoted by X. Good for him. Taking that Elon money. Make that money. Don't let the money make you. Yeah, you're a huge fan of it. I gotta give him credit for making a free speech platform. I do wonder if it's... Oh, jeez. Is it... Oh, damn it. Is it still as viable of a platform? Even though I'm very inactive on social media. I keep telling myself I need to do more TikToks. And I don't. Elon X. he does love that X, because his first shit was, the shit that merged with PayPal was called X.com. One thing I heard about X that I didn't like, apparently somebody had that Twitter at X, and they just took it from him. They didn't give him no money off of it. They didn't do nothing. They just took it from him. But that was a bitch move. Because usually when you happen to have a handle and a company wants it, they got to pay you for it. But because it is the company itself, oh shit, is that it? I guess they felt like they didn't have to. So I thought that was pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. We need more calls for violence? Uh-oh. I mean, hey, listen, in some ways, there's a tendency to agree. But I don't want to just say, yeah, violence. And not just, there's certain things that it's just like, man, like I said, some people need to go. We talk about a lot of the powerful people on this fucking earth. Some of these motherfuckers need to go. And some of the evil that's been done to the people in general, and we see that the powers that be ain't gonna police themselves. And damn sure ain't gonna police themselves. I can kind of respect it, right? But at the same time, we are trying to hopefully one day get one of these fucking channels monetized. So I probably should be encouraging. Did he hire the WEF girl boss? So one thing I wonder about the ads are, especially looking at some of these YouTube ads, you do have the small company spending a lot of ad dollars. You know what I mean? There's obviously the major companies, but you have the small brands who spend a lot of ad dollars on YouTube and on all these platforms. It isn't just, big corpo spending their money. You got the big companies, the small companies some of those companies will still spend their dollar on whatever because it's still just such a big platform. So I would say, because you got to remember, a guy like Joe Rogan, you know, they don't make as many divisions as we do, right? We would see Joe Rogan as somebody who's probably on the moderate, maybe moderate, right? But, you know, to a certain class of advertiser, he's off limits. He's way too controversial. He's worse than Stern is, or Stern was in his prime, to a certain class of advertiser. But he's still a big deal, obviously. But there are people who wouldn't, there are big companies who wouldn't spend money with Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? And Spotify still has him. So, I brought up Howard Stern. As controversial as he was, people still spent their ad dollars. So if you build something big enough, yeah, some people won't give a fuck. But if it's big enough, you'll make your money. He just got to, I think he needs to engage the user base more than, not saying obviously you need that ad money. And you need that. I don't know if I forgot, has he said what he's going to do with everyone's data? I don't think he's made that clear. YouTube is losing money. And shit, so is Google. That's true. That's true. But I think a lot of that lost money was their own bullshit. Was, you know, I talk about this channel being on Indian Burial Grounds. Their channels, they did this to big channels. They demonetized big channels. I think if you go through all the channels that got demonetized, and, you know, say what you will about the Crowder asshole, he was a big channel, demonetized, all the potential ad money he could have made gone, and you did that dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of times over, and you suppress the algorithm. Part of the reason I feel the algorithm is better now is I feel like they're actually trying to get more people to watch more videos. I see videos from smaller creators a lot more often now than I did anything over the pandemic era, anything since 2020. I feel like I see more small creators now than I have since like 2018, 2019. And I feel like they are trying to make an algorithm to push more content. And they're trying to do a better job at pushing content than they have done. I feel like they were very selective. I feel like a lot of that money they lost on YouTube was them cutting off the nose to spite their face, long and short of it. I could be wrong. I ain't a financial expert. Could be wrong. But I feel like they did some of that damage to themselves. It's always some overexcited pig in a moo-moo. Algo, know what you comment about fat chicks. That's what it pushes on you. Don't understand it. Oh yeah, the Temu. That's those Temu ads are just everywhere. And yeah, I see the Temu curve. Shout out to that's the class of fat girl I'm talking about. Those Temu curve bitches. That's the class of fat girl you aim for. You don't really want to go to the Lizzo. Lizzo is when you down bad. But again, if the service ain't right, then you gotta dip out. I tried to think of something to rhyme, but I couldn't think of it that fast. Oh shit. Cause you ain't no point dealing with no fat chick and then dealing with no bitchiness. Fuck all that. That's crazy. But I mean, it makes sense now that we're like post Lizzo, post social media. There's always an uncle, I'll drink your bathwater in the DMs, promising the world. So yeah, it's not like back in the days where you can get a happy fat chick to buy a meal, buy some weed. These cows need to go. That's, you know what though, but it just proves that a lot of that fat shit is bullshit. The fat acceptance. She don't even accept fat people. So why do we gotta accept fat people? Maybe I just ignored it because I tend to ignore ads. These cows need to go. Stop being so fat phobic, man. Brace these big hoes. that is weird that they're trying to push that there is even a fat acceptance movement. Like, yo, obesity is one of the biggest problems America has. All the people dying of heart disease, all this shit. We just had this whole fucking thing. Not too many things piss me off more than plus size models. They shouldn't exist. Stop being a bigot, man. Suck the fat female pee-pee, like Sister Dildo would say. Oh shit, we already at 6 plus. Try to embrace her, but the cows are too girthy. So they can't get your arms around her. Stop being a bigot, man. Healthy at any size, man. Big girls need love too, man. Yeah, they are trying to kill us. It's just crazy. How can you embrace that shit? That, and, you know, you also got the food companies. You got the food. You got the McDonald's court. You got the, you know, Mars Corporation, Lay's Corporation, Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola Corporation. I think Pepsi-Cola actually own Lay's, and they own Mars. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. You got all these big companies. The FDA, you know what I'm saying? All their constituents, all these drug companies. There's a lot of money in obesity. And if we encourage fat chicks, here's why they do it. This is why they do everything towards the woman. As the woman goes, so goes the nation. I'm sure some of you guys have heard that. So you encourage fat chicks, right? And this is why I had my little spiel for a little bit when I was trying to be funny but still be serious. And I still want to do more fat acceptance content, but talking about why you shouldn't date fat chicks, it's because if they encourage more women to be fat, they'll slowly but surely encourage more men to be fat because it's easier to get a fat chick, or at least it used to be. Apparently, it's harder out there in these streets. We get taken out by corn syrup and motherfucking red pill podcasts are going to destroy the population. Are destroying the population. Because we ain't having kids and we all having heart attacks and dying. Shit, like I said, I had a cousin who had a heart attack recently and died. And he was in good shape. Happy day to you, Kai. Oh, yeah, you said Kai. Shout out to Kai. I don't know if I said shout out to Kai. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Shout out to Kai. I'm sitting there trying to play this game, trying to talk about fat chicks. Got a lot going on. But yeah, they encourage fat women because as women go, so goes the nation. Feminine democracies do give way to tyranny. That's what we're seeing now. Oh, no, that's not what I want. They clearly do. One, they know the woman is easier to control. There's a reason they've been marketing. They've marketed towards women for most of the time marketing has existed. You know, whereas even the quote unquote pre-feminism age, everything was always marketed towards women because women, you know, ideally were doing all the household duties, and therefore if you can sell them soap, you can sell them. That's what the whole term soap opera come from. It was a way of selling women soap, literally. Entire reason for the 19th Amendment, repeal the 19th. But what I was trying to say is if there are more fat women, more guys are going to accept it because guys are hornballs, bro. Y'all having standards in the chat is good. Have standards. But some guys' standards are way lower than yours, man. And so, and like I said, man, if you're dating a chick that's got some size, you're going to probably put some size on yourself. Voting is gay. Voting is a waste of time. Voting is a waste of time. But It's a way. I feel like they got a plan to make us Wall-E, if you guys remember that. And by encouraging facts, that they don't really got to encourage it with men, because men just gonna go along. There's a class of men who just gonna go along to get along. There's a class of men who's gonna do whatever, say whatever it takes, do whatever it takes to get the box. So they don't really have to, they don't have to encourage the men to be fat. They don't need fat acceptance from men. Men don't get their fat acceptance from fatter chicks, because once you got there's guys. Cause you ever see my 600-pound life? Sometimes you see a guy, he's like 300-400 pounds himself, and then he's with a 600-pound girl. And yeah, they were the homemakers. Now they're the homie makers. Yeah, that was you can talk about the 50s, 60s on back. They had soap operas were for women, and all this stuff was for women. That's how you market it, and they still market everything towards women. Shit, we talked about. I say this like every day. I feel, but on the Culture Crime Fires, we talked about the girl or the woman who worked for Cosmopolitan, who said feminism was just a means for them to sell makeup and other products to women. And they lied about stories. They made it seem like having an affair was the coolest thing, and all this stuff was the coolest thing. So you need more makeup, you need more all this other stuff. And you know what? I'll say one thing. I don't think everybody was here. Earlier, I was talking about this Reddit story I saw, where the girl broke up with the guy because he asked for a paternity test, and the kid was his, for the record. But to her, it came out of the blue. And one thing, it was a comment saying, hey, this girl has no problem making herself a single mother over a disagreement. It is very scary how quick women will make themselves single mothers nowadays. And then later complain about it. You know what I'm saying? There's that famous tweet of a girl saying, how come we can't choose our baby fathers? And then the tweet under it, like, somebody better tell her before I hurt her feelings. But there's just this culture around single motherhood of just like, where women have just, oh yeah, single mother's no big deal. Yo, that's been the truth about all ED. That, you don't really have ED, you're just not attracted to your wife. And you need a pill just to get through smashing your wife that you no longer want. That's another tick for not getting married, right? But of course they do. They know. Yep, they know the state will pay for it. You got the family court system, who's making bank. The allegedly, I'm not a lawyer, allegedly unconstitutional family court system. I say allegedly again. I'm not an attorney. I've heard rumors that you can somehow get it overturned. I don't know if I believe them. I don't know if I would try them unless I had the attorney, a skilled and experienced attorney's backing. And I'm sure that is not a cheap thing to get. But you have this real encouragement of, I think that's what's hurting the population, or that's what's hurting. That's why they're starting to slowly but surely make certain laws to kind of go around it. You do, bitch. I don't know what that's a reference to. I'm going all over the place. But it's just that, girls, no problem being single. But that is a scary thing in society, man. Because it's not like we don't know how bad single motherhood is for the woman, for the child, even for the father. You know what I mean? It's we used to have a society think, oh, a single mother, oh, who left her? Oh my God, how could someone leave this woman? What's wrong with the guy? And now we know, hey, a lot of women are kicking the guy out of the house. A lot of times the guy, we know now, is it 80% of relationships are ended by women? 90% if she went to college? And I know that's a red pill statistic, but if it's valid, if it's anywhere close to being valid, it needs to, you need to realize it. Goodness, these girls have, and I come across a woman um, who did the single mother by choice thing. She never had to say it, but you know, when she had started working there, the kid was under a year. Dad wasn't in the life. But she's a happy co-parent, and you know she had some size on her. She hit a buzzer beater on a guy. That's what happened. She hit a buzzer beater on a guy. She found the guy that she could shack up with. This is another reason not to just be shacking up with these hoes. And this is another reason I'm not trying to deal with no girl in her late 30s. Because she was in her mid-late 30s. They get the baby rabies, but they don't want to get married because they've been hoes their whole life. But they still got baby rabies. So they hook up at a club. They tell a guy that they on the pill. Most guys go, okay. Ugh. Skeet. And all of a sudden there's a mini-me popping up anonymous. I don't know what happened. You know exactly what fucking happened. You were never on a pill. You were never on a pill, but you had the baby rabies. You had been a lifelong hoe. I'm not saying she had been a lifelong hoe, you know that she fit the profile. And I don't want to be too, you know, all I give a fuck about is her doing her job. She did her job. So I ain't gonna hate on her, you know, too much. You know, as a coworker, do you do your job? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, I can't be too disrespectful. She did her job. So for my purposes, she was cool, but it's bad for everybody. That's why they encourage. There's a lot of money involved. It's bad for the community. Shit. Let me see how it affects the whole community. It does affect the whole community. It's bad for the whole community at large in a lot of places, especially in the black community, where you got I'm gonna still keep it Mr. Simples, or Mr. Keep It Simples, where he call them unemployed shooters. You got all these shooters really out here. Most of them single mothers. Maybe they know the dad. Maybe they have some contact with the dad. Maybe they at least split custody. But yeah, single mothers are garbage people who won't give a fuck about you because so many priorities for you. Yeah, that's why I don't suggest dating a single mother unless you already got kids. And even, you know, I wouldn't suggest it. And honestly, not dating single mothers is the only way you can do anything to try to reverse the trend. Because a lot of girls are finding, oh man, you know, I'm not going to get any meaningful relationships as a single mother. I think, you know, that's the one check we have is that's the one way we cannot encourage it, right? And I'm not trying to bash all single mothers. I know everybody got a situation. I'm not saying you should, well, I am saying you, for the most part, that should be the rule. Are there exceptions? Potentially. Do so at your own risk, realize the risks, whatnot. But I'm not going to penis police anybody either. It's not my job. But I just wouldn't suggest it. It's too much stress. And not for the reward. And you're not the real father. So, because a lot of guys, you know, they did the stepdaddy thing to the point where the kid's grown. The kids still don't respect them. Woo! Oh, man, you would sneakerhead. We'll talk a little bit about that. Single moms, oh, yeah, God. Been on top of sneakerhead, the gayest MFers out there. Bunch of women comparing their stuff. Yo, I was a part of the sneakerhead culture. I got out of it when I realized it was only guys who cared about the shoes. Now, you know, sometimes girls would say it's nice shoes. And, you know, I'll buy a pair of shoes. I bought a pair of, like, Adidas Bapes the other week. That was the first time. Actually, is that the first time I bought shoes since the pandemic? They weren't too much. I only spend like $150 still a lot for shoes, but for how much you can spend, this guy's spending $700 for some shoes, and they're not worth it, man. Part of all this studio gear is the habits of a former sneakerhead, because you could buy a pair of shoes a check, and there was a whole thing. I saw how Nike and other shoe companies, ain't just Nike, because you know other shoe companies have gotten popular, Under Armour, Adidas, and whatnot, but they coordinate releases to the two people's checks, so people can try to buy a pair of shoes each check. That's what they're trying to encourage. But yeah, it's a kind of gay culture, man, because it's a culture that encourages men to be impressed by other men. And plus, let's be honest, if you really want quality shoes, you can do better than Nike. If you're talking about quality, you know what I'm saying? You'll be better off with a higher end shoe that's better made. Oh yeah, guys spend $1,000. I just said $700 because I'm talking about that. I never paid that much. I never paid that much for a pair of shoes. I have paid $300. I ain't gonna lie to you. But as you can see, man, this guy's paying thousands of dollars. You ever see 50 Cent go buy shoes? He was like, fuck all this. Because since guys need more style in their clothes, everything's designed by women and gay guys, so they don't want masculine things. That's when the skinny jeans and all that stuff come out. But you got to come up with your own style. It can still be done. Because I remember I used to, back when I wasn't a bigum, you had little nice clothes. But I wasn't spending money. You just stopped giving a fuck about brands. And, I can't do this shit in Houston. Cause I would have like different sweaters, cool little undershirt, cool polos and shit. You can always find a decently priced polo, or even if it's a Lacoste polo or Ralph Lauren or something. Maybe a jacket with the polo, regular little jeans. You're not really spending that much. You can get a jacket from a thrift store. As long as it's a decent jacket, maybe pay a little extra to get it tailored if you want to. I didn't actually get them tailored. I wasn't doing all that. But you might find a jacket $20. You put the whole, some slacks, cheap little polo, but you pull it together. Again, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on these shoes. Just a clean pair of shoes that's decent. Should I start going? Even though I had all them shoes, after a while I just said, man, fuck all this shit. Nobody even care. I would go on dates with like Brooks and shit like that. The girlfriend said about a pair of skinny jeans. And which version of Kai wore are these? Oh man, I can't say nothing because I used to have a super baggy jeans back in the day, super tall tees when I was younger. But I went through a little period in my mid-20s where I was trying to almost do like a preppy proper thing. I thought I looked good. I probably just looked normal. Probably just look basic. I thought I was smooth. Cali Kai. Oh shit. That sucks. Let's see. Women collect shoes. Woman thing. Feet are so big, you usually wear slippers. That's another thing, man. Now that I know the ways of Crocs. Yeah, 50. You saw that 50 clip so, but he was just like how you should be. He was like, are you kidding? He had no clue. You could tell, because that was when the shoe culture was starting to get crazy. You were starting to get people paying $700. Because before then, even though guys were crazy for Jordans and shit, you were paying like $70 for some Air Forces back in the day. Sometimes you could catch them on sale, and they weren't doing this StockX bullshit where it's limited quantities. You could go to the store and get shoes. So you were paying, you might pay anywhere between $70 and $120 plus tax for some shoes. And that was a lot of money still. You didn't really want to pay that. But a lot of times you might catch some Air Forces on sale, $50, $60. You know what I mean? Back in the 50 cent era. You know what I'm saying? So when you started getting, this is this year's Jordan 6 in 99 and it's $800. That shit was the later 2000s. It was like, what the fuck? You size 13. Well, I'm size 12 and a half. Technically, I'm actually a size 12 and a half, so I wear either 12 or 13 depending on the shoe. Sometimes I'll get 12 and a half if they have it available, but it's rarely available. So I get 12 or 13 depending on the shoe. So but not 13 wide. So I stick your feet a little bit bigger. Know what they say about guys with big feet? They got big shoes. I'm dead. Nope. Hold on. That it? Yes. I don't care how I dress. I'm old. I'm not giving a fuck. It's work. Hey, go with what works. Right now, I go everywhere in shorts, tall, like these big Carhartt tees and Crocs, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't even care, and I don't know how I'm gonna get myself to care, cause I just don't. And plus, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you live in like a city like in Detroit, or living in Michigan, where it gets cold as shit. You can wear, sometimes wearing the jacket and the coat and all this shit. Sometimes it's in the sweater. Sometimes it's functional. Even in Charlotte, it will get somewhat cold. We'll get some snow. Motherfucker, here, it's hot as fuck. Yeah, don't pay $100 a pair. You don't need to. Or maybe, 100 plus tax. I don't care. Yeah, don't pay it. You don't need to. You really don't need to. Like I said, I'm in this Crocs phase. I fucking love Crocs. I wish, you know what? I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I used to think Crocs was like some white trash shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I'm like, man, I ain't never wear Crocs. Now I'm a Crocs advocate. How I love Crocs, like how Papa Cotton loves X, the new Twitter. I love Crocs more. They're the most convenient shoes. You can get them. I even got a pair of off-brand Crocs. I got 2 pair of Crocs. I wear them bitches everywhere. I want another pair just so I don't, in case something happened to the other 2. I wear them bitches everywhere. I love Crocs. They're the best thing. As a former sneakerhead, there's nothing better than Crocs right now. It is some white trash shit, though. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Crocs are the shit. I don't even have them in sport mode. I got them in, relax mode, whatever the other one is. I wear my Crocs everywhere. Except the only place I don't wear them is when I go to the gym. I'll toss on my little running shoes. And actually, a lot of times around the gym, maybe I should bring the Crocs out because I'll be walking around barefoot. I lift weights barefoot. Even like not barefoot. I'll have socks on, but just without shoes. Especially when I'm doing like some sort of squatting movement or some sort of deadlift movement. I like not having shoes on at all. To me, it makes it easier, and I just feel like I'm less likely to. I feel like it's easier to have my knees and stuff in better position. The only reason I hurt my back was off of that fucking hack squat because I loaded up because I was just an idiot, man. That's part of my which I got to deal with. Just as a tangent talking about the gym, I got to deal with the fact that I do actually like, even though I'm not the strongest guy per my poundage, I do like lifting heavy weights. There is something about it, and I do like lifting heavy weights for a lot of reps. But I'm also old as shit, and also an old fat dude, and you're gonna get snapped up. So I just gotta come to terms with the fact I just can't lift like I'm in my 20s anymore. And I was never, there's guys way stronger. There's guys, who lift what I lift, weigh 150 pounds, and it's 5'5". So make no mistake, I'm not lifting crazy, but I just, I like lifting 300 or 400 pounds in any movement that I can do, especially with leg-based movement. You can do a little heavyweight. No, they just white trash, no good or bad. Bro, I embrace the whatever percentage of me that's white trash and just wear the Crocs, man. You say white trash like it's a bad thing. It wasn't like it's a bad, it's just, it's just not of my culture. It's just something that you people do. Not that there's anything wrong with what you people do. What do I mean, you people? That's the joke. That's the joke. I'm trying to make a joke. But no, I just, I was like, oh, man, I'm not, it's too expensive. Listen, it's too expensive trying to keep up with these shoe trends. And then, a lot of these new shoes, man, they be looking, for lack of a more technical term, a lot of these designs is gay as fuck, man. Some of these Nikes and shit. Gay as fuck. There's no other word for it. Some of these shoe designs are with the crazy colors, the mismatched colors. Stop explaining your racist joke. Well, the explanation, the idea was the explanation part of the joke. Papa, I know you were born a poor black man. Hell, Parrothead. Hell of an entrance. We've been talking about a lot of shit. Relationships, hoes, shoes, the joy in Crocs. You know, the transition from sneakerhead to Crocs advocate that I made. Crocs are just convenient, man. So I don't care. If loving Crocs is wrong, I don't want to be right. They're very convenient. Damn it. I got no life. I do. Damn it. Get the shit kicked out of me, literally. Shit. Damn it. Damn it. I'm just getting fucked up. Let's kill one of these fuckers. Damn it! Happy day to you, happy dinosaur. Why is people get without being ginger translucent? The swagger of Teen Henrik. I'm a Teen Henrik. I don't know. I don't get the hit. I know the exaggerated swagger off of what was that? The exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Don't be stingy, save a gingy. Well, gingers are safer in the real world. Just, you know, if you're a fictional character, then you're that's where you have trouble. I'm just glad they're making a few of them Latino. Stop putting everything on us. Jeez, we got enough problems. Every now and again, I'll toss one out because for a while I was just like they're all black. Like, goodness, leave us alone. This ain't got shit to do with us. Putting us in the middle of this shit. So every now and again they'll toss out Latino or Latinx. Or what's the other one they got because Latinx failed? Isn't it a new word? The New World Order. New World Order. I got Viking. Oh, yeah, that's right. Caucasian as fuck. You do got a Viking name. That's correct. That was the thing. Irish, Norwegian, part Dane. Damn it. It's getting fucked up. Can't remember. Maybe that's what Such a Dildo meant by him, because I know he was trying to guess the name. So if we don't have a ginger in the family, you're Aryan. I see. Well, that makes a lot of sense, Papa Cotton. I did it, you're Aryan. Now everything makes sense. Alt-right, Yahtzee. Literal alt-right Yahtzee. No. Oh, shit. Hop up. Damn it. The menthol Ragnarok boost mobile. That's like the little steroid or what's the dude out of Idiocracy, Terry Crews character, like Lamont Mountain Dew or some shit like that. Shit, we done already gone 2.5 hours almost. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Appreciate everybody watching. Please like. Good Lord, do we need likes. We got 36 views. 6 people currently in the chat. We had as many likes as views, we would be more attention on this evil algorithm. Oh, jeez. So please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help me! My sisters would have survived the Second World War. Oh, jeez. Damn it. Oh, my goodness, man. My people were on the painter side. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to go to this. Painter who I don't care what history says ended up in South America with everyone else. I don't care what they say. I don't think he they say, oh, he just took some cyanide. Bullshit. He was gone. You think this country helped all those other Yahtzees and the head one was gone? Get the fuck out of here. And I found out, because I think I asked or said something about Werner von Braun, because he's part of the space program. He did something with Disney. Because I said, I think they even had some of those Operation Paperclip people with Disney. That is confirmed now. Shout out to actually aforementioned Common Sense Skeptic, because he did like a space thing with Disney. So Disney did hire Yahtzees, some actual Yahtzees. So that's not an opinion anymore. It's not, well, hadn't been an opinion for 60, 70 years. It was facts, but I can confirm it myself now. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes, they did hire Yahtzees. Oh man, I'm getting murked. Did not see that coming. Yeah, a lot of German folks in South America. Oh, it's like Croatians in South America too. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. You trying to say it was some goose stepping in your family tree since you did those? Is that what you're saying? Allegedly, or at least in your country's history. I don't have to do tomorrow. Hit the dispensary up just for it. That's what's up. Speaking of which, I probably need to hit my guy up. I mean, I got some, but I always like making sure I got extra. Not your family tree, but yeah. So not the fam. That's at least better. But the country's history is what it is. Finding Hitler everywhere in South America. Watch Finding History. I never saw that. But yeah, I absolutely believe that's where he ended up. Do not believe the narrative on his death at all. At all. Shit, there's people who say he was ironically part the group that he hated so much through, ironically enough, one of the richest families of that group, one of the richest, more well-known families of the Lou crew. He apparently is allegedly, his dad is a illegitimate child of the Rothschilds. On Funny Mustache Man. Yeah, they are full of time speaking nothing but German in South America. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? All the people who died in the name of that war. Meanwhile, the West protected those motherfuckers. That shit was a work. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm such a crazy Conspiracy theorists. If something like that can be the case, where all those Yahtzees and all the shit were taken by the government, a lot of them basically allowed to go to South America and flee. Meanwhile, the narrative, we won the war and the good guys won all this other bullshit. You know, if that can be, if it have anything close to reality, when we know it does, then yeah, the world can be even crazier than that. Because that's fucking crazy. For what the world thinks happened and what actually happened, it's fucking nuts. Because a lot of people did die, a lot of people did fight, and you know, they thought they were fighting for something serious. They thought they were fighting for the right thing, and in some respects, they obviously were. Meanwhile, the government they call themselves fighting for are basically going to harbor the people who they want to harbor, and basically allow a lot of those war criminals to escape, and help some of them escape in a lot of cases. I'm sure that's not what people signed up for. You know, there were people who were 14, 15 lying about their age to sign up to fight. They didn't do that for that. Yeah, most people supported the painter. Former Time Man of the Year. Former Time Man of the Year. Yeah, hell yeah, they didn't lose the war, Papa Cotton. They clearly didn't. This guy's the former, him and Stalin, former Time Man of the Year. Crazy. People forget all about that. He's the reason the Olympics came back. It was his idea. They still do the fucking Olympics and make billions every year off of it. Still doing the damn Olympics. Yeah, they call it the UN and NASA, right? I already brought up Werner von Braun. The Swiss EU was their project. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now we got the WEF. What's the dude? Klaus? Or whatever the guy's name is. The one guy who dresses like a supervillain. Speaking of dressing like a supervillain, this is unrelated. What is with, and I've asked this before, but now he's got even crazier jackets. What is with the fucking Jordan Peterson and his jackets, man? And shout out to Jordan Peterson. He's one of the few, he's the only guy in the Daily Wire stable that says anything worth a damn. But what is with his jackets, man? Is there, and I think he even said there's some company made them for him. But like, what does he wear? He's wearing some of the wildest jackets nowadays. He already had the Two-Face one. He has like another couple just crazy ass jackets. He is dressed like a comic like a comic book character. Like I couldn't tell you if he's a hero or a villain or just embracing the bad man. Because he still got some. He still says things that to me still have value. He's got a lot more value than a lot of these red pill bullshitters. But then he's dressed like a fucking. He's dressed like Two-Face, or he's dressed like a supervillain. Like, what are you doing? You're a clinical psychologist, my guy. What are you doing? Caught up in the hype. And, I haven't always been the biggest fan of Peterson. When he first came out, well, I ain't gonna say when he first came out, but when I first became aware of him and there was so much hype, I looked at him sideways just because of, we talking about these hoes. I'm like, his daughter is a hoe. And what really kind of, okay, your daughter's a hoe, but when she was dressing with hoe-ass pictures and she had her, couldn't tell you if it was her daughter or son, young child, in some of the pictures and she's in a thong, that led to me, we were just talking about some of these pervy women, that led to me thinking, is she a pervy woman or just one of these just loose hoes? I talked about it, the one lady I saw at Walmart, one girl, young woman at Walmart, and this girl was hot too. But she was beautiful. I ain't gonna hold you. Beautiful girl. Her butt cheek is right next to her son. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I saw Michaela Peterson, I think is her name. First time I saw her, she was in a thong. I want to say next to her young daughter. Want to say it was their young daughter. And like I said, in a thong. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're telling me to clean your room, bro. This is your fucking daughter? You might want to take your own advice, my guy. And then he got strung out on pills and popped up with the Daily Wire. Like I said, I think the Daily Wire is full of shit. I think I've said that many a time. I just saw the recent. I've just come across the Elon Musk and the Ben Shapiro as a ninja pictures. Very cool, very conservative. Yeah, very conservative. Your daughter busted it wide open for social media for attention. But I don't know if you guys ever saw. I never saw Ben Shapiro as a ninja. And I say that he has like this sword. It's like, and he got these glasses on. Ben Shapiro, and then there's Elon Musk. He's dressed like Chris Gaines. Was that the Garth Brooks character? That's what he looks like. I don't know what he has on. He has like this captain's jacket or something. Oh yeah, she can get it. But like, if your dad is trying to teach me how to live my life, and he has this whole ass girl as his daughter, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the shit he's saying out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the cringe. Yeah, Michaela Peterson. Yeah, she could get pipe. But you know, it's more than life and pipe. That's the type of girl, she's put some numbers up. I can put money on her having put some numbers up. I assure you, she's not been conservative when it comes to that. I can just tell. Even if she, what they say. I went through a phase. That's probably what she'll tell you. I went through a phase. Nothing. Papa kind of talks about things that dry you up. Nothing softens you up more than I went through a phase, but I'm not like that. How can I just start looking for the exit? How do I get out of here? I went through a phase and I'm not like that anymore. Let me get out of here. Let me get the fuck out of here. Nothing is like it's time to go more than that. That is the kiss of death. That is this conversation has to end and end quickly, and I need to go back home so I can smoke weed and play video games. Do productive stuff. Says sit here. This is how I came to the coffee/tea, simple date first. You go get coffee first. I'm not buying you a fucking meal. So I hear that shit, I'm dipping. And listen, don't get me wrong. Sometimes that can be fruitful, because that can be, man, this girl's still a hoe. but just off the time, at a certain point, just eye roll. It's like, oh God. Sometimes, sometimes it's like, yo, that girl, I would say vibe the situation. I was just like, man, this bitch is gonna fuck. I don't give a fuck what she just said. You know what I mean? If it's that situation, that's one thing. But at a certain point, you're just like, man, I just don't even. But sometimes that's also indicating this bitch is a mess. So okay, she's gonna fuck. Cool. It ain't always about, oh, is she gonna fuck? I'm gonna get some pussy. Who cares? Is this bitch a fucking mess? Cause she tell you that shit, she might be a goddamn mess. Or you might get laid. When girls start bringing up sex in any indication, that's usually, in any way, it's usually some indication that she's thinking about you sexually, right? But at the same time, it ain't just about just getting them draws. We ain't the 90s anymore. It's about, am I going to be fucking a crazy bitch? Am I going to be fucking a crazy bitch? Yeah, there's no ending to that phase. She can turn me on. Oh, the Shapiro, is that his little sister? Yeah, man, I can't fuck with her, bro. I can't fuck with her. I know she's doing okay up top. I'm thinking about the same girl, but it's just like, man, you look just like your brother. Those some strong genetics your family got, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I said, she's doing okay up top, but it's just like, man, you look just like this motherfucker, this ninja. I can't do it, man. I can't fap to this shit, man. Not that I'm fapping to these conservative hoes. Conservative hoes. Not fat. Oh, damn, I'm getting knocked out though. Oh no. Which again, that's what the one little short said. That this girl had her ex do that and he didn't even know it. Don't go out with women during the day. Not getting it. Sometimes, listen, again, if you're just trying to go on a filler date, I start going out with girls because I almost just didn't want the trouble. Now, who is this bitch? Because you can't just be adding crazy hoes to your life, man. That's why sometimes it's okay not to get none. You don't always want to get what does that bitch say? Entangled. You don't want to get entangled with some of these goofy hoes. Because all you get entangled with was some drama, man. Some drama and some nonsense. So you're not wrong, but sometimes because of that, that's the thing to do. And you know what? It depends. If you you have a good date, hang out with a girl a long time. Maybe you met her at noon, but y'all hung out the whole day. She hung out the whole day with you. She probably is gonna let you. Probably gonna have some fun. Depending. I don't want to say it all the time. I don't want nobody getting me too and shit. Because girl, so long as you make contact with women, don't be creepy. Don't be listen, I don't want you to get me too. But that was one of the few little I didn't really get into the PUA thing, but they had this shit. It's called Keno. Just the more you touch a girl, the more comfortable she becomes. If she's comfortable with you touching her, the more comfortable she becomes. So just hugging, whatever. You just make sure you keep making contact. I was surprised how well it worked. Oh man, and that also made me when I was like more shy, and I'm still kind of a shy dude, but you know what I'm saying. I got more comfortable as well. So I'm like, all right, it's not creepy touching, but just constantly communicating through touch almost. It kind of makes it easy, kind of softens the blow. And then if you feel your touch is unwanted, okay, this chick, let me not do nothing. Let me just chill and wait till this bitch in and go again, smoke weed and play Tekken. Time management. It's case by case. Listen, nothing's guaranteed in this world of fly girls. Nothing's either way. You never know. Cause you never know. Sometimes girls be liking you don't even know it. And just a girl be playing cool. You think, okay, I don't know if she's feeling me. It's like, man, this bitch is into you, and you don't even know it until she just says, you're like, what? Fuck around. But again, is that always the best thing? If it's adding craziness to your life, it's not, man. It ain't always about getting them draws. Sometimes you don't want what's attached to them. You don't want to add madness to your life. Yeah, PUA for the most part is simp shit. I wouldn't recommend it, but I remember the Keno shit, and that was just some shit. And I don't remember all the details, but it was just the idea of escalating touch or whatever. And so that's one little detail. Goes from shaking your hand, hugging, and you don't just upon first date, you ain't just grabbing girls by the pussy, aka Donald Trump, but you are just escalating touch and just being more comfortable. And just you guys still be comfortable, confident, all the other stuff, and just be more natural about it. Basically, the more hugged up you can be with a girl, the more likely. Yeah, the PUA ultimately, I think, was before we got the red pill, we had that, and I think that was very detrimental to the thing as well. I think because the reason PUA is simp is still worshiping women, man. You can't worship women. I don't know why these podcasts, because I'm not a relationship guru by any stretch of anyone's imagination. I did okay. I did terrible at times. Just do now. But yeah, there's a lot of that shit, man. It was like scripts and all that shit. I didn't do all that shit. But I was like, okay. That was productive. Just the idea of escalating physical contact. It can be valuable. But then again, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing about dating, at least in my point where I'm at, which I'm not really dating at all, right? So again, don't take advice from me. Don't take advice from me. And that became so fucking gay. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, it's kind of gay. But the best advice is date to vet a woman. Don't date to get a woman. I think that's the wrong psychology to have. You'll get there's too many women's out here. You can get a girl. Don't have the mentality like you can't get a girl, because you can. There's too many girls out here. But that's not, you shouldn't be dating just to get a girl. Date a girl to vet a girl. Because you got to know, what are you bringing in your life. Even if you're looking for some casual, what are you bringing in the casual? Because she's still going to be a part of your life. Don't never make an excuse to bring some dramatic hole into your life, man. That's never, bringing a dramatic hole in your life is never going to be a positive. And in this day and age, that, she may like you, she may, she's fucking, who cares? A lot of these guys who are dating, I've seen guys on the internet, they pro single mother. They're pro single mother because these single mothers, they willing to smash. A lot of these girls, they more willing to smash on some casual shit. And so they're only pro single mother because they thinking with the wrong head. They're not even thinking about all the other factors you need to be thinking about when it comes to dating and vetting a woman, and rather not, you won't be dealing with drama and bullshit. They don't even care about none of that shit. They don't care about if you're going to deal with the baby daddy drama. They don't care about that. They're like, oh man, she cute and she giving me the draws, so that's all that matters. It's like, no, that ain't all that matters. She's giving you the draws because she's trying to trap you in to help you take care of her kid. He said, no, I can't take on the ones that approach me first. Every single one of them are broken in some horrible way that can't be seen immediately. Well, you make the argument as everybody, right? He said broken in some horrible way that can't be seen immediately. I don't want to keep them. What's what you think? Well, that depends. Everyone has their own they think. But again, even if you're not keeping, even if it's just for, man, it's chicks. I had chicks get mad at me that I had never, talking about this internet shit. It was a girl that I was supposed to meet. And actually, speaking of this is when I was like, man, I gotta just have higher standards than this. I just gotta have higher standards. She was just too big, and she was just like not attractive at all. And I was like, man, I don't even want to fuck this girl. I'm just being desperate. And I just said, man, I don't want to do it. She got mad at me. And we had only met off the internet. Never met in person. I just like, man, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do it. And just like, man, I don't, you seem nice, but I don't think we should keep talking. She got mad. I told my family about you. I'm like, bitch, you know I tell you to do all that. You don't even know me, ho. And I don't know you. The fuck? I'm just like, man, I can't do it. So I don't want to keep. I can't fault you on that though, Papa. Shit, you still listen. A lot of damage could be done even in a short time. It's not me, it's your fat ass. It was, yeah, man. It's like, nah, I can't do it. It's just like, I don't want to be this desperate. That was literally my thought. I don't want to be this desperate. Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, ma'am. She was mad. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just didn't want to, man. Shit. Hey, listen, I feel what you're coming from, Papa. Is your life too easy? Oh, shit. See, that's why I just stay solo dolo. Cause I'm just too. When a chick get angry, man, any goddamn thing is possible. So I just don't want to deal with that. I mean, you can always say, hey, listen, we short term, long. I'm not looking for nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? And if she like you, she don't give a fuck. She so oh my God. Sometimes you get that, but I mean, it is what it is. What you want in life? Is your life too easy? You're not getting tasks done without someone nagging you. What's the benefit? I mean, I can't fault you, man. Cannot fault you. Cannot fault you. Not trying to be misogynistic. It's just, man. Dating has a lot of drama, man. There's a lot of drama in this day and age. And it's not really worth it. And what do they say? It's not it's never your girl, just your turn. That's been my experience, man. Oh shit, I keep doing this. Being free is better than not, man. I really have a value on freedom. You know what? When I was younger, though, I used to always be trying to, and that girl I was telling about was one of those maturing moments in a way, which is like, man, is all this little bullshit I'm gonna have to go through worth it for a little bit of box, man? Like, do I really want to? Because she also lived a little ways too. She lived about an hour. It was when I was in Charlotte. And she lived about an hour away. I'm like, man, I don't feel like driving them. This old, she ain't even had no car. She ain't had shit coming for her. But it was, again, that easy pickings. I'm just like, man, the fuck, I'm better than this. Fuck this. I'm better than this. Fuck this. I'm not doing this. I'm not. I'm not doing this. Yeah, it's easy. It's a slam dunk. But who cares? Who cares? I don't want to deal with this fat bum. Like, I don't want to deal with this fat bum. I don't want to deal with this fat bum for a day. I don't. So I'm not gonna do it. I gotta, cause honestly, that shit. I wasn't joking because if you don't care about standards, at least back in the day, fat girls was available. But that shit lower your self-esteem too. That's smart. Not dealing with an angry woman in general. Like, you yell, you want to get out of here. Especially nowadays, bro. I'm sure we all seen some of the stuff crazy women have done on the internet. I think I talked about the one girl. What was it? She wanted the Wi-Fi password, and she said she was going to accuse the dude of assaulting her kids. And she was a single mother. She wanted the Wi-Fi password. Don't be a pussy. Set boundaries. That's also true. You do need to set boundaries. Yeah. And yeah, that goes back to the conversation we kind of had before everyone came. When I was talking about the guy the guy and the girl, it was a Reddit story. The girl broke up with the guy because he asked for a paternity test. I said, he should have talked about that well before they got to that point. But the girl was pregnant. He saw a bunch of Red Pill podcasts, panicked, asked the girl for a paternity test. He should have been on that shit before she even got pregnant. Like, listen, you ever get pregnant, man, I'm going to need a paternity test because this is just how I roll. If you're offended now, you know now exactly how I am, so you can get the fuck on if you're not with it. And there was another story I didn't even talk about where, I forgot it. But a lot of it, guys don't want to have uncomfortable conversations with girls because they in that, not to go guru, have a scarcity mindset. But a lot of guys do. They just, oh my God, I don't want to miss out on the pussy. I need some of the box. I don't want to miss out on it. So let me not try to say anything that jeopardizes anything. It's like, man, just let people know what you want up front. If you just want a casual relationship, say, I'm not looking for nothing serious right now. We can still have fun. We can still hang out. I'm not looking for nothing serious. She likes you. She gonna fuck with you. If she don't, she wasn't gonna fuck with you anyway. It is what it is. I've never had a let me out. I've had awkward ride homes. I'm usually good for the awkward long ass awkward silence, no silence, pin drop ass conversations on the way home from shit. Ever had this argument in the car? Just let me out right now. I drive away. She wants you to drive slowly, begging her to get in. She gets out. I'm gone. Yeah, If you especially in the post Pence rule era, getting, you honestly, nowadays I would never drive a chick. We gotta take separate cars up there. Ain't no way. Unless we're in a relationship, I'm not driving a chick nowhere. We gotta get wherever we're going in a separate way. The picking up a girl and driving her shit, that shit's done. You can't do that shit anymore. You got to get there your own way, so I can leave. I didn't know that back then, and so I've had some just really like, okay, this is over, and here's this 20-30 minute ride back to her house, whatever. Now a woman do that to me. I did tell one bitch, get out your car. I never had to kick a chick out of the car or had that with the car. Outside of, like I said, that's some awkward, non-conversations. That's about as bad as I got. But I wouldn't even do that now. No, like, hey, I'll pick you up at, nope, we'll meet at certain place. We'll meet. We can meet, because I don't want you relying on me for transportation, me relying on you for transportation. So we can meet. We can meet up. But yeah, man, the dating world's crazy. Life is like a boxing match, but you gotta protect yourself at all times. I ain't saying all these hoes crazy. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying I'm just try to keep it smooth. Like I said, I got full-time job, streamer, acclaimed streamer, obviously, doing music, and then want to start some businesses eventually. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll have both of them, the little businesses at least up. Unless I'm already on the plantation, she's holding the ball. Yeah. I say stay off the plantation, man. I don't encourage people to date, man. Honestly. So, I mean, nowadays, I would say, what the simplest answer is? Not dating at all. That's why I was, not to be a 70s preacher, but I'm almost damn near pushing abstinence, man. At least for some period of time, just to not deal with the bullshit and not put yourself at risk for that bullshit, man. Especially in this day and age. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen the crazy shit on social media. And yeah, sometimes it's crazy dudes, but I mean, I've seen some crazy shit from females on social media. All the success. Yeah, I'm so successful. The most successful streamer ever. Yeah, but no, it's still something I'm doing. It's still time. Listen, you get how many hours a week? Like 160? Technically, 50, 60 of them supposed to be sleeping. Am I getting 60 hours of sleep a week? Probably not. But technically 60 hours of sleep. 40 hours, is at least 40 to 50 hours is working. You know what I'm saying? And then ideally, if you're, I got to get myself in shape. So that there goes another 5 to 10 just to stay in shape. Maybe I can keep it to, it's probably going to be like at least 5, what you consider walks, plus gym time. So, 5 to 10 hours of that. So how much time do you have? And then you put the rest of it, right now, the rest of that time is going into music. So how much time do you really have? Girls take our investment. Even if you're not tricking, you ain't got a trick for it to still be an investment. Didn't date in a few years until you connect with your girlfriend. That's probably good. That's probably good. And when you don't date, paradoxically, you less pressed because you just like don't even care. I'll never tell someone not to date. I would tell them stop being a pussy and a retard, stop thinking what they deep. The deek. Man, this day and age, I don't know. I'm not trying to be overly red pill, like I said. That one I just talked about with a girl, and she looked like a cute girl, but was talking about, and I don't know, we're halfway through the conversation, But she's talking about I'm going to tell the police that you were trying to assault my kids. That's scary. That's very scary. You know what I mean? If he wasn't recording her, his whole life would be ruined. You know what I mean? His whole life would be ruined forever for the rest of it if he did not record this woman. Stuff like that. And you know what? As much as I say vet, ain't nobody. I'm not a fucking FBI agent. I'm not, you know what I mean, an expert. How you know somebody's capable of saying some crazy shit like that? You don't until she does. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a time to find out. Stop watching retarded women shorts. I should. But shit, I got retarded stuff that I know. Like, I got even, you know, there's some fucked up family court stories in my family tree. That's some old Jay-Z shit. Only love him when your dick's hard. Is that Cashmere Thoughts? Off Reasonable Doubt. I'm not doing it right, but you get it. Do the right drug regimen. You can cut your sleep down a couple hours a week. Well, yeah, I'm already on weed, and I've been drinking a lot because, like I said, I got a family member in the hospital right now. That's been weighing on me. I've been drinking a lot. I actually, like I said, way too much. It's way more common. Listen, I know certain substances are pretty common, but I don't need to add more. I don't need to add more to the list of vice that I have. I'm trying to cut down on what I got. That's the wrong direction. Just touch grass. I mean, and again, you know, some level you should touch grass, right? But man, there's some crazy women, because there is a class of women who are empowered to destroy men, for lack of a better term. That's why, listen, I've been in, you know, talking about the gym. I've been in the gym and you see all these women like doing. Now I don't know if they're trying to put you on TikTok. I don't know if they're just narcissists, just want attention. But they are clearly trying to get the attention of the men in the gym. Clearly, they're just moving around, trying to be an eye shot of men. Whether it's me, whether it's other dudes, I've seen that. Listen, I've also seen creepy dudes in the gym, so I'm not trying to just put it on women, but there is a crazy class of women, crazy people out there. So what? You know, I'm a chill. I'm not saying I'm chilling forever. I'm probably not, but I'm in no rush. Pearl's on the mark. Pearl's on it. Shout out to Pearl. It's crazy. It's crazy hoes out there, man. I agree with you though. You need to not think don't think with the wrong head. It'll be better for the long term. I agree with that. And you're right. Listen, watching those crazy shorts, are they representative of reality? No. No, they're not. Or they represent a consistent reality. No, man, this whole be crazy, man. And I mean, again, even in the best case scenario, it could be a time drain. Even in the case, okay, chick isn't a viral nightmare. Most girls are not viral nightmares. That's fair. That's fair enough to say, right? Chick isn't a viral nightmare, ain't tricking, she really feeling me. But, maybe I'm even getting some cooter every once in a while. But it's like, man, I ain't trying to get too serious a relationship anyway. And it's like, it's a lot of time. A lot of time is going to have to be invested in a lot of cases. Time, energy, emotions. It can be stressful. And it's kind of just simpler focusing on the stuff that I want to focus on. And maybe, maybe on some level that's PTSD. I don't know. Maybe on some level that is. I'm not going to deny it, but it's just simpler. It's simpler because it does take a lot of time, energy to seek and maintain relationships. That's a lot of time and a lot of energy, and a lot of stress. And so I just don't feel like it right now. It's the simple of it. I really don't. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't tell you what to do or anyone else what to do or even Happy Dying. So I'm talking my shit, but you got to do what's best for you. I'm talking all my shit. You might find somebody, wonderful person, and, you listen to me, you would have missed them. So you do what's best for you at the end of the day. I'm doing what's best for me at this point. And, who knows what tomorrow will bring. I'm saying all this stuff. I may meet somebody tomorrow. Like, man, I'm going to try to get their number. Everything goes smooth. Who knows? It probably ain't going to happen. But it could. Who knows? She's a woman. Why would she know what men think? She's a hell of a marketer, man. Whatever you say about that Pearly thing, hell of a marketer. She read the red pill perfectly. She read it perfectly. She read the algorithm perfectly. As a content creator, it's something to study, to be 1,000%. Because she understood that a lot of these red pill men really want is a mid chick that agrees with them. She knows that that's one thing she knew as far as the internet goes, that a lot of people just want a moderately attractive mid chick that agrees with them. And, consider that she doesn't really wear makeup. That's an interesting, you know what I mean? I always found that interesting, and I've seen that pointed out before. The fact that she doesn't wear makeup. She's presenting herself as the girl next door. The girl next door who's got your back. It kind of goes, I remember Matt saying this about Pokimane and some of them Twitch girls. The idea that they feel more approachable. They feel more gettable, and that's part of the appeal. She looks at some of these pictures, she look like a solid 4, bro. But she's not trying to look like more than like a 4 or 5 or at best 6. She's not trying to doll herself up. And that's in this day and age, how many women do you know in real life not dolling themselves up to the best of their ability? That's very uncommon, but that just proves where she deserves credit. Her marketing mind, her understanding the demographic that she's appealing to. They can't fathom simplicity. They just don't agree with how they think, so they have to pretend she really doesn't get it. This will probably be the last run because we're 3 hours in. Probably wouldn't, because she just got a fugly face. She's got kind of a mannish face, man. I'm going to be honest. If you told me Pearl was really Pete, I wouldn't be totally shocked. You know what I'm saying? But it's peculiar. It's peculiar that she doesn't wear makeup. Would it make a difference? Probably not. But in this day and age, most girls still wear makeup, especially on social media. How many social media personalities as women don't wear makeup? It's very uncommon. So it's noticeably peculiar, but it's because she knows she has an army of simps, particularly young simps, and that she overdid it, and she made herself too attractive. She might scare some of those young simps off, and that she's that self-aware. Women do understand why men don't like a high body count, but women don't agree. So I have to do mental gymnastics instead of accepting that's just the way we are. Well, women have gotten away with so much because there's always a guy who's willing to put up with it. So, like, that's fine. What reality doesn't care. Yeah, it is what it is. But, like, the girls have been able to, Eddie Murphy talked about this. Well, okay. You know what I mean? Girls have been able to get that reaction out of guys for so long. Well, okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they feel they can fight back on anything. If they don't have to recognize reality, because there's been a guy to co-sign them not living in reality for their entire existence on Earth. A lot of these women. And just now, if there's any, and just, I ain't going to just say red pill, just the internet, and when guys have been able to, like, see other guys' experiences for real, and other people's experience, and compare it to their own, it's led to more pushback. But for generations, okay. Okay, it don't matter. That's why there's guys that go on social media. Well, real men don't care about X, Y, Z. Real men don't care. They asking a grown woman about a body count. This little boy stuff. There's guys on social media saying this stuff. Real men, they call you a stepdad because you stepping up. That's what a real man does. There's guys on social media. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. So they've been able to, they just going with the tactics they've been going the past 30 years. That's worked. They've been able to say whatever the fuck they wanted. Didn't have to make sense. Didn't have to be in reality, because they knew some simp was going to be there. Okay. That's why you just shouldn't worship women. She's a sharp girl, but any man taking advice from a woman is an idiot with a dry dick. Does she even give advice, or does she just parrot talking points? She's not that sharp. She's sharp enough as a marketer. I'm going to keep it 1,000. I do not really watch that much of her content. Even with shorts, if I see her goofy ass, that's a do not recommend channel. When I see her, when I see Tate, when I see the goofy, we have Wes. I don't know if Westside Gun is still in the chat. But that whatever cast, that nerd, when I see him or them OnlyFans hoes, it's a do not recommend channel. So I don't even know what this bitch is talking about right at this point. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what this hoe got to say on anything. And I don't care what any person's opinion is on anything for the most part. Let alone some goofy less than mid. I don't even think she's mid. She's got a like gumpy thing going on. And it's just kind of like a horse face bitch. And listen, I'm no one to talk. I'm not trying to just bash people on their looks and shit. That's not right. But she, she's got a weird looking. No, I got nothing against Wes. I was talking about his thing is the Whatever Cast. And there's a podcast called Whatever. That's what I meant to say. Wes was in the chat, and there's whenever I see that podcast called Whatever and that nerd on there, I didn't say that part. Whenever I see the actual, well, not the actual, I think Wes came out with Whatever Cast first, but they're out here too, so they got that name. It's like the two Dr. Dre's. Remember Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, and then Snoop Dogg and obviously Dr. Dre. So, but yeah, that Whatever Cast or that Whatever podcast, where I am convinced they have a deal with OnlyFans, because all they do is they have this really nerdy guy who talks these goofy talking points, and maybe he'll have a bunch of OnlyFans girls and some either a red pill or conservative guest. And that's the format of the podcast. Any decent woman would destroy her. That's why they only bring on dumb hoes. Exactly. They bring them OnlyFans. That's the thing. Tables full of sluts, nail on the chartboard. You know, I said I'm gonna stop playing. We can ramble a little bit more. I'm just tired of playing this game. You know, it's a fun game. I like the DLC, but I'll talk for a little bit. Oops, let's actually exit out as I do. But yeah, all these podcasts that do the table for the OnlyFans girls, I am 100% convinced until proven otherwise, they all have deals with OnlyFans. A lot of these podcasts have deals with OnlyFans directly, and so that's why they bring those girls on there. That's why these girls go on Fresh and Fit. They go on the Whatever Cast. They go on Just Pearly Things. They go on all these little podcasts. Gorlark. But Gorlark, people, listen. I guarantee you. And isn't Gorlark a dude? And when I Gorlark, I think you mean that one big chick. And again, I don't think that's a chick. I'm pretty sure that's a dude. Gorlark. If Gorlark is who I'm thinking of, you're thinking of that one chick that's on the Whatever Cast that, you know, a lot of Jabba the Hutt jokes were made about. Gorlark, mashallah. Thank God for Gorlark. Is that Gorlark? Please correct me if I'm wrong. But in any event, like I'm saying, a lot of these podcasts, they have deals with OnlyFans. And apparently the OnlyFans models that go on there, their subscriptions go through the roof after they go on Fresh and Fit. They go on Pearly Things. They go on one of these goofy-ass relationship podcasts. And all of a sudden they get more subs because no matter what all those red pill motherfuckers are talking about, they're motherfucking, a lot of them boys are simps. And so they had no problem when they see said that guy was the best. Let me see. I might have to pull up who I think Gorlark is, and you guys will tell me if let me see. Actually, if you say Gorlark, what comes up? Yep, it's her. Cause she comes up. Gorlark the Destroyer. Oh, fuck. See, this is outside the realms. When I'm talking big, I'm not talking this. This too much. This motherfucker here. This is Gorlark, right? Because actually, when you look up Gorlark the Destroyer, this is what comes up. This hoe. Or this whatever the fuck. Is this a dude? Man, you ever said a super chat, you need Jesus. You need to accept Jesus into your life. Man, we all need Jesus at this point. This world is no longer going to hell in a handbasket. We already there. We've been there. Motherfuckers is picking out curtains. Picking out curtains. Let's see. Is anybody checking out the Kick channel? We got 2 viewers. Wait, it says I'm offline. I ain't offline. The fuck is going on? Okay, now I'm back. Shout out to the 2 people in Kick. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hard Rock Nick. I never heard of Hard Rock Nick. Oh, whoa, what is going on here? What in the fuck? What is going on? See, I don't know everything, and I'm looking at this human. What is this? What the hell's going on here? What is beard? He is a human cartoon. What is going on here? Man, the internet's a crazy place. Got weirdos with masks, obese Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, I see this guy. Let's show the people. You know what? Let me show the people Hard Rock Nick. Since I showed Gorlock. What the hell is going on here? What is going on here? What the fuck is happening here? Look at this. Look at this madness, man. And then they showed this motherfucker's beard, how it's cut. Look at this shit. Look what the internet is producing, man. He don't look I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say about Hard Rock Nick. He doesn't look like he's actually a fan of young ladies. How about that? How about that? Oh no, please tell me I hit the right video. Okay, could have just doxed myself because I accidentally hit the email button instead of this. Yeah, the Etch-a-Sketch beard. There's something wrong with that guy. There's something, good luck getting to sleep tonight, ladies and gents, after seeing Hard Rock Nick. There's something not right. There's something not right there. You almost like, was this person born a woman? Like, what's going on with this thing? With the crazy beard and the look. Sheesh. His name is Nicholas Rock Johansson. So Hard Rock Nick is like a part of his name. Jeez. Wow. I don't know what to say. I am speechless after Hard Rock Nick. Speechless. Wait till you hear him talk. I guess we got to keep going. I guess we.
If you could have dinner with anyone, who would?
Okay, let's watch Hard Rock Nick as we wrap up the show. Let's see what's going on with this guy.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you choose? And that would absolutely, unequivocally be pizza. Yay. So pizza has grown up just like all of us, right? So when I was a kid, we didn't have all the maybe artisan pizzas or sort of the
Nick, whoa. Bigot. No. He talks kind of normal. And actually, you know what? I realize this is really low. Can't hear. Yeah. Because I've still got the video game thing. So now it's still low.
Question. I really like healthier pizzas because, after all, pizza is all the food groups, right? Carbs, fat, protein, veggies, if you do it right. So I like to eat healthier pizza. Still love a good cheese slice. And living here in Florida on the East Coast of
just a Q&A.
A lot of New Yorkers and New Jerseys and Massachusetts.
It's still probably not that audible because it doesn't sound it. Yeah, he does use a lot of mascara.
For all of us rich retired people here in Florida. So yes, despite my lean physique, I am guilty of having pizza as much as
I guess maybe it's Little Valley. It says he's from Cali, or he's from
What advice
it's the
would you
makeup.
have
That's
for
what's so
someone who
weird.
wants to be a social media creator, presumably for a living? Because I do it, but it's not necessarily my living or career, and I sort of started later in life. I think I was 40.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what this guy has to say on it about anything. But this is Hard Rock Nick. I'm sure I won't be sleeping the rest of the week. I'm sure, here's something for the sleep paralysis demons. Here's some nightmare fuel for the people. So yeah, Hard Rock Nick. I never heard of this guy until right now. Never heard of him. Wish I can go back in time before I knew we existed. He's a weird looking chap, so to speak. Very strange looking chap. Yeah, thanks, Papa Cotton. Very strange looking chap. All right, 3 hours, 20 minutes. It's a pretty long stream. What is it? 4 a.m. here in Texas, meaning it's 5 a.m. on the East Coast. So people are waking up on the East Coast. We got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. What's this? Playlist. Is there some dope music, I hope? It is. I'm going to check out this music. So if you like the video, we're getting out of here. First off, comment and all that other good stuff. Like. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. Even if you do none of these things, excuse me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. Talk to you guys later. Sunday night games tomorrow. We'll do this all over again tomorrow. Talk to you then.